5s. So I have a group there. A couple level 4s. 3s and whatnots. Just turn off some notifications. There we go. All right. So it's pretty much a mix of characters, all the way down to level 1. Don't have a whole lot of gold, but you know, what can you do? Let's see. How's everyone stressed? Those guys are stressed out, and they should be resting. Where are you at? You can only pray, right? I believe. No, you're doing your thing. It says here, yeah. You're praying, you're drinking, and you're doing something. You're in the medicine ward. All right. Let's see what the estate has for us. I had a whole bunch of invitations. That's strange. Countess's invitation. Not the Duke's invitation. Alright, let's see here. Level 3. Tough rings. Bloodthirsty ring. Complete 100%. Long level 1s. Alright, let's get these guys up to speed. Let's see here. You like being in the front, right? Yep, you like being in the front. Okay. Let's see, who's next? Where do you like being? 3rd position. Okay, there you go. What do you do? Do you have any heals? Your 2nd position you don't mind being in? 1st, 2nd. Okay. I'll put you there. And we need to gotta bring up the rear. How about you? Good. Alright, so we have wood for fire camp. We need lots of food because we don't have any healers. Alright. I think I run about that many torches. 2 of those. Couple bloods just in case. Alright, that should be good. Alright. Let's go. Let's do some dungeon darkness.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
It must be flushed out. Okay, next room. What is your gear? I didn't even check your gear. Alright, you're geared up pretty much. 10 dodge. Alright. Stressing out already. I think coral, so you need gloves with that, right? Yeah? No! I wasted it. Great. That's soothing. Contents are mine. I get monies. There was no indication of a trap there. So
ambushed by foul invention.
Dodge. Alright, whatever. So, most everybody should know what Darkest Dungeon is. But basically, you're the guy that comes back to your old town and everything is a shambles. So you go to this sort of castle on the hill where all this evil came from, and you've got to eliminate it. So you call up your homies, and you traverse through the dungeon. So that is more or less what happens. Pretty interesting side-scrolling action.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
You can consider it an RPG, I guess, in a sense. That it's got, the traditional elements, but it's an interesting take on it. So that's why I was quite interested. All right, first battle. So here's what it goes. It's turn-based, and well, you just play your attacks. Okay, so this is the Plague Doctor. There are two, let's say three. Well, two debuffs really, besides the traditional debuff. Or dots, bleeds and blights. So blights are poisons, and bleeds are of course bleeds. And the Plague Doctor specializes in either or cure them or cast them. So something that hits more people in one. So damage, crit, and so Plague Grenade hits the last two. There's only one guy. There's another position. There's a couple positions here. So that's not gonna work. He can bleed the first couple guys. All right, so we're gonna blast. And he's bloodied, so he's gonna take 4 damage per round for 3 rounds. All right, he'll hit those 2 guys. Yeah. Yep. So all right, let's do that. He gets the shocker. He's stunned, so he's gonna mess around. Let's punish some people's. Again with a shocker. Alright, so he's gonna hit the next 2 in line. So those 2 guys shoot. He dodged. That happens last. So he should be dead. 6 damage, yeah. He's not dead yet. He's getting beat on a lot. Now, you can eat
Death by inches.
when you're out of combat. 4 damage, and you've got how much health? 1, so you're fine there. You can heal somebody. Bleed for 3 rounds, which we don't need. Do that. Buff. Blind fire. So his thing, if there's anybody too close, because he's, Arbalest, he has to do sort of a blind fire. So randomly hit one of the
Executed
targets.
with impunity.
The wrong one, unfortunately. He gets to go again.
Back to the pit.
Alright, so some jade,
Be wary.
75 gold, and some gold,
Triumphant
100
pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay, so you can't do anything yet. You need some heals. You have to watch your torchlight because as the light goes down, the dangers increase, the monsters get stronger, and your guys start to get more stressed out. So you just activate your torch, and it keeps the light up. Alright, brigands. I don't like his blanket fire. Suppressing fire, please. Thank you.
Masterfully executed.
Grenade for the 2 of you. Nothing. It's shanked. Alright, you two guys are sliced. Now apparently this bard was OP for a number of reasons, so they switched him up. Alright, let's rain on their parade. One guy got bled. Same thing. Grenade him. Now they're blighted. So this is the finale. He's gonna move back, right? No. Yeah, he's gonna move back 3 spaces. So we need that. Jab. Alright. Shot. Dead? Seriously?
Diminish.
I'm gonna have to clear 100% of the battles. So if these guys are hurt, and he's got a very strong heal. When he's low on health, he can heal up quite a bit. So he's gonna do that. That guy. It's not the end of the world that I don't have a true healer because he will substitute in pinch.
the slow death. Unforeseen.
Finish him off.
Unforgiving.
Alright, so
These nightmarish creatures
Trinket.
can be felled. They can be beaten.
and blood. Now this change position. Blood in this game, basically, when you encounter certain monsters, specifically these mosquitoes and these other guys, they're all hungry, so they all have to eat. There's a chance for you to get a debuff, the blood curse, which essentially turns you into a vampire. Yeah. And you get these cravings. So you have to feed the blood from time to time, or else they will just diminish into, you know,
Cruel machinations
Pathetic
spring
team
to
members.
life with a singular purpose.
sea people. Oh, see if my alerts work. There we go.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you.
I'm gonna do to you. Alright. Plague Doctor again. Grenade. Hits the last two guys. Give him the blight. He's gonna bleed him. Good dodge. Seared slash. Again, your health is low. Alright, the suppressing fire, please.
As the fiend falls,
Very
a
good.
faint hope blossoms.
I don't need to bring up sorrows, but I do need to punish. Right, you gonna take 2 damage? Or gonna take 2 damage?
Confidence
He's dead.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Blood for the money. Monica Varia. He's gonna do some healing. Let's slice off. Yep, cut him off. Bar mitzvah style. Should die, right? 4 damage? Yeah. Okay. Next. Alright. I can't mark you.
The ground quakes.
Octocid.
Death waits
Oh,
for the
he's low
slightest
again.
lapse in concentration.
Alright, so have to heal him in a bit. The doctor will take care of that. As soon as the lids line up.
Great is the
Dead?
weapon that cuts on its own.
I don't want you to kill him. I need the doctor to heal him.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
You can't use the abilities out of combat, so you have to like wait till
A
the right
trifling victory,
Alright,
but a victory nonetheless.
activate that, please. And what happens? You get stressed out. Great. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to eat. Alright, moving on to the next one. There's a treasure up there. And as you can see, my inventory is already full. So, oh, I want torches. Pull forward, aren't you? Good. Okay, you need to heal him. Thank you. Shocker. And great, he's done. Alright, so you blade him. Evolve. Herbard. It's good dodge. Salty Gooch. You get these debuffs to get the cure. They're like basically cancers. You have to go back to town to cure a disability that way. Unless you have like medicine. They just want his stuff. They want it bad. 2 damage. 5. We'll do another multi-slice. They stack, by the way, the buff, so that's pretty good. Don't need rain. 5 damage, 2 damage, 6.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Right. We'll just pick him off from the back.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And you, sir. Do your job.
As victories mount,
which is 750.
so too will
No,
resistance.
this is emerald. So you can actually switch things out. What's no, that can sell Onyx 500. All right. Okay. All right. You back to where you came from. In the next room, I'm going to camp. There should be more guys in here. Nope. Alright. So I'm going to camp in this room. We'll heal them up pretty much. Not the full, but a significant amount. Good. Suppressing fire. Spear fishing. That also should like drag it forward if things hitting it properly. Okay. Blade. I forgot the thingy. Rain. Third guy should be dead. Oh, this is excellent. Alright, so when you get low on health, like you don't die automatic, basically go down to 0, but the next hit could kill you. So there's a percentage chance that the next hit you get could be your last. So you can technically keep healing up and keep healing.
Slowly,
You get
gently.
totally super stressed out.
This is how a life is
going
taken.
to death's door, as it said. Some fire again. Alright. Going after him again. Good dodge, though. You give him a slice of his own medicine. Ah! He's gonna blow up! Fine. Be like that. Usually he does it when he's low on health. I don't know why he did it that time. 9 damage, she's dead. So the dots show you where you can attack. So, for example, this attack, I have to be in the first position, and I can hit the first 3 slots. So he's going to move forward on 1 slot. So you can see here, Dirk Stab 2, melee, forward 1 slot, then the accuracy, crit mod, and then the buff. So basically you Dirk Stab, and then you finale. I don't need to do that because he should be dead. Alright, let's give him a heal. We'll do it later. Alright, bunch of junk.
Seize this momentum.
These
Push
stuff
on
you
to
need
the
for building
task's
your,
end.
Your hamlet. And crests. And onyx. Again, onyx. You still poisoned? Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Alright. Let's get rid of you. Onyx. Okay. You? No, you. Touch the statue. Ah! And he's strapped. And he buffed. Alright, let's camp. So
A
you can
moment of
choose how much
respite.
food to eat.
A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
It doesn't heal any stress. So if we eat 8. How many rooms do I have to go? camp one more time. I'll eat 4. Okay, so now you get these points, and each character has these camping skills that they can use. All companions minus 20, one companion plus 20. One companions minus 15. Could be interesting. One companion heal 15%. Alright. Heal. Okay, don't need that. Self only, minus 50 stress. Yep. Alright, that's good for you. One companion heal. All speed. Self only. One companion heal. No disease. One companion minus 15 stress. Alright. Okay. One companion minus 15. Alright. And he needs healing. Heal this. Should make you feel better. Alright, so I have 1 point left. Disease. No. Maybe it'll work. This disease. It's his own disease. And disease resist for 4 battles. Alright. They're healed up as much as they're gonna be. You can eat more. No. Alright, good. I've seen nothing I'm not prepared for. This stone is far older than the manor above. What foul use will these stones do?
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Sometimes you get ambushed after you're camping, which totally negates your progress as you camp. Loot! Anti-venom and gold. Good. See, there's a trap on the ground, and then it shows your disarm percentage. So, this is the best one at doing it. Get close enough, and disarm. Should relieve stress. So, stress is annoying as well. If you get super stressed out, your character pretty much goes crazy. Ooh, and there's a small chance he becomes like powered. Because some people work well under adversity. But that's not as often as you would like. They often get stressed out, and for example, they get abusive when they start berating the other teammates, which makes them more stressed. It's a snowball effect. It's pretty funny. Not funny when you're deep in a dungeon and of course you're trying to get out, but it does have its
Precision
humor.
and power.
When they crit, they lose stress. It's a good balance. Heal. Lame.
A powerful blow.
Video. This guy loves pain. Like I said, when he gets low enough, he gets special abilities and his stats go up.
Destroyed.
Angry. You're tough. I'm just assuming the sound is working well correct. I honestly don't know. But let's hope, right? Hope for the best. Amateur, what do you expect? Okay. Torch and
Remind
Sorrow.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow
bring a
and
key.
insidious killer.
So you open that up. If you have a key, there's a secret like a
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles,
Medical
paid
herbs.
for in blood.
Bye. Oh, they're both bleeding. Great. Alright. Is it Chowraja? I'll get it. Everything runs red. Hey, a torch.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Okay. their parade.
A singular strike.
So they're bleeding and belated. What does that do? It's just buffed. Damage and everything. They love this guy.
A
Again,
hand's
on death's
breadth
door.
from
And he's
becoming
bleeding, so he's in trouble.
unwound.
So the bleed can kill him. He's got a nasty poison. Don't let this guy go again. Don't let him go again. Kill him.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
What can you do? Can't really heal him. We didn't do that. Here you go.
A decisive pummeling.
Take that, snail! Decisive.
Foolish horrors.
Plus 15 healing
Brought
skill.
low
That's not
and
bad,
driven
actually.
into the mud.
Melee bleed. Accuracy. Accuracy. Plague Doctor only. I will take this trinket. But what will I give it for it? I've not come across anything that needs the shovel just yet. Paintings? Yeah, give her that. Okay. Disposition. And some light. They were surprised, which means they get extra attacks. Alright, so lay down the suppressed fire. Let's see, rain? Yeah. What are you gonna do? You're gonna bleed him. Alright. Dodged. Alright, we need... who's... you're trouble. Just a wave of stress. What he does is tell you that you've got a project to finish by tomorrow. If you don't, the dragon's
And
gonna
now
wake up.
the true test.
There he goes again. They love
Hold
this
fast
guy.
or expire.
Pyre's saving you. Alright, heal him up. I think he's ready for a heal. Big heal. Yep. Big heal. Bingo. But he gets debuffs when he does that. Let's do that. Load him up, and we're gonna finale him. Finale. That did very much. Seriously?
How quickly the tide turns.
One damage? Oh, yeah, great. I can switch positions. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, he gets hurt. He can't heal himself because he's in a bad spot. He's got to be back. Alright, let's just... Basically, it's kind of come back, come up, back.
Success so
Alright,
clearly
so-
in view.
You.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Evil force. Stress. Ah. 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 Can't afford too many eats, though. Yes, I know, you bleed, and everybody's hungry. So food. Yes, I know. Fine, okay, eat some more. Yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, Bob. Alright. So, no, you're not gonna touch that, because you'll get sick. Only digested fish. So, I apparently, as you could see, am an American, and I live in Vienna, Austria. That is a long story in itself. Good dodge. He's gotta go. These two guys gotta go. I moved to Europe in 2008 because I was not in a good place in the States and everything was just going terribly wrong. So I decided to take some time off.
Impressive.
Just pal around Europe for a while. And eventually I'll just come back home. Oh, good dodge. But that's not what happened. I ended up in Poland, of all places. I had met some people working in the UK.
Exposed to a
and,
killing blow.
They told me about being able to teach English as a native speaker in Poland. So I researched it and got my certificate yeah, you gotta go. So I got my certificate to teach English, and I went to Poland, and I was only planning on spending a couple years in Europe total. So I went to a small town called Radom in Poland, about 100 kilometers away from Warsaw, the capital. And for 2 years, I taught English at a place called English Point, and everything was okay. But the second year, they had lost a couple native speakers because there were more people working there before. And I asked for a little bit of money because my hours increased, which is not terrible. More work, so I figured, hey, I could get a little bit more. I'm the only guy they have now.
This
And
expedition
they made
at
a bunch
least
of
promises success.
excuses. We don't have this many students, and we can't pay. So basically, I was like, all right, well, it's been nice hanging out with you guys. As it also turned out, like almost every weekend, I was going to Warsaw for various reasons. I forget how I met this one guy, but now I remember. I signed up for voice work. I used to work in radio, so I used to work on air, production, all kinds of stuff. So I signed up for voice work in Warsaw. So the company, the sound engineer that was recording me, his name was Raphael, I guess you could say in English. But he started talking to me about music and various things, and I told him about my history. He was interested in me listening to some of the tracks that he's made. He's a composer. So we listened to some tracks, and I made some, comments based on my experience being around music. And he really appreciated what I said and took to heart, some of the changes. So he invited me back another weekend to work on more of his music, and then basically we started making tracks together. Now, why is all your so we made it. We started working on the music, and then
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
low on energy. Eventually, he asked me to help manage the group. It was him and another girl in this thing. So yeah, one more round anyway. So he asked if I wanted to help manage the group. And I was like, oh, I'm not a manager. I've never managed a group before. And he's like, well, I'm not a group guy. This is my first group. So I was like, all right. Based on that logic, seeing how we're both noobs. He's got a disease where he has to touch everything and open everything. Where is it? Here we go. Fascinating with corpses. Taker. Anyway, I think he got a good thing. All right. So we started working together as a group. The group is called Mist Chill. And we started doing a bunch of tracks and started coming more to Warsaw. And finally, I decided to move to Warsaw. You know, I'm not working for the English school because, you know, the summer, it's like the summertime. So I'm not working for the English school. And, you know, I've got the time, so why not? So I moved to Warsaw.
A devastating blow.
The group was actually not bad. We were
Decimated.
getting some popularity. I brought a little bit of legitimacy to the group, being American. And then the promotions that Raphael did, he knew a lot of people in the industry, so we got on like one of the morning shows on Poland to present. Now, I was sort of like the technical producer and manager kind of thing, but they wanted me like in the group as you know as a member. So I was kind of like the DJ. So I kind of like held the headphones in the back and I messed with buttons. I didn't do a thing, but you know it was just for looks. Regardless, we were on a few morning shows and we were at this big festival, this big song festival. They have a lot of song festivals from time to time. So there was this one, I forget the name of it, where we performed, you know, on stage. So things were not bad. You know, they were looking like, hey, this could be something. Now the problem that we had was the singer, the main singer, Yola. She had a bit of a diva complex. So she thought she was bigger than she really was. And as like a manager, she had like a friend who was like her backup, the girl involved. But as the manager, I was telling her that she needs to work on her stage presence because it was really bad. She'd wear these kind of outlandish, garish costumes, and the connection with her and the other girl on stage was like, it was next to none. It was, you know, it's just like two people on stage doing what. So I tried to sort of tell her that. And of course, you know, they're like, well, why should I listen? So it started to cause more and more problems. Raphael was working more on his own, making like tracks that excluded
The way is lit.
her.
The path is
and also his
clear.
own-
We
he wanted to go
require
solo,
only
basically.
the strength to follow it.
So we kind of stagnated after a while. Now, it came to a head when we had an event in the Polish kind of seaside. I was working for a production company at the time, and we arranged this kind of beach party called Active Beach. It was supposed to be a sporting thing. I was coaching American football at the time, so it was kind of like a promotion for American football on the beach and like different sports. And you know, we invited a couple celebrities, and we had like, you know, cinema on the beach, all this kind of stuff. It was really cool. I'll tell you about that another time. But I had arranged for the group, Mist Chill, to perform at this venue. Now, Raphael couldn't make it. So this was going to be Yola and this other girl, solo. Now, unfortunately, there was a change of venue at the location. It was supposed to be in one place, and it got moved by the owner to another place, and we had promoted it at one place. So not a lot of people
Well
showed
struck.
up to the concert. And Yola was really upset about that. And I tried to explain to her that, you know, it was out of my control, you know, that this happened. And I just had to do the best with what I had. It was unfortunate, yes, but you know, what can I do? It was moved. So she kind of gets upset and maybe offended or something. I don't know. It hurt her diva status. So we kind of like stopped talking. And the group kind of drifted apart after that. So Raphael wanted to focus on their own stuff. Yola wanted to be a big star, and I was just trying to keep everything together. And eventually, it just fell apart. But just, you know, she like recruited another friend, a friend of mine, to be manager. Now the thing about her, she's a bit crazy. Like she just kind of throw herself at guys, literally. So she'd go to club and just get drunk and ridiculous. So this other manager didn't believe when I told her, like, you know, these things, and was like, hey, this is the things you have to look out for. So when she saw it for herself, she was like, you gotta stop this. You know, I didn't know that you were like retarded. And I get rid of these. And of course, Yola took offense to anybody telling her what to do. So it just kind of fell apart.
A handsome reward.
Which is a real
for
shame
a
because
task
one of
well
the songs that I
performed.
think could have been really popular and really had like chance to break out. Should I camp here? Next room. Chance to break out was a song called "Spark of Hope." I might play it for you guys if I can find it. And it was a really cool song. She sung well. She's not like a great singer. She's not a great singer. She was just okay. But, you know, you don't need to be great. You just need the right, like, marketing, the right look, the right, you know. Anyway. But that song was really cool. And I actually didn't have a lot of input in making that song. That song was pretty much Raphael. Brilliant guy. Brilliant composer. A little strange. He needed somebody to reel him in. You guys gonna be powerful. See? He's on death's door, and he gets all those buffs because he's like sadist. But if he dies, like they're permanently dead, so he can't have that. He can't heal himself. All right, so he's just gonna have to go all in.
Annihilated.
All right. So slice it off. It was all Raphael who was making this music, and he's a talented guy, very good at what he does.
Obliterated.
And they made this cool song called "Spark of Hope." I'm trying to find it. All right, let me see if I can find this song, "Spark of Hope." Just a sec, guys. Let's do a search. Is it on YouTube? Some of the songs are on YouTube, so you can actually go to YouTube and look up Mistchill, Mistchill, and find some of these songs that we made. Let's see, where's "Spark of Hope"? It should be in this other drive, which of course is locked. Alright. Just a second. Alright, we can't take any of that? Alright, fine. Check yourself. Just a moment, please. Whilst I educate you about... I don't need them both. Music. Thank you. And Spark. Spark. Oh. I hope I have it in my archives. It would suck if I didn't. It's like one of my projects. My projects in life. Ugh. No. Great. It's not there. Missed. I don't even know where to look for this now because it's like lost in a PC somewhere. I could have sworn I had it in my music folder. Alright, whilst I'm looking, I'm gonna play something. Spark. Where would you be? Where would you be? I don't even know, dude. Alright, let's look somewhere else. This PC. This sucks. I have no idea where this stuff is, which is really irresponsible of me. Like, I should have been keeping better track of this stuff. I don't even know if it's on YouTube still. Spark of Hope. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. Huh. Interesting. 5 years ago, there was a group called the Abductors with their single Spark of Hope. They're not the only ones. Doesn't come up on the Spark of Hope. Let's try this channel. It should still be cool. 5 years ago. Płotsk, Miss Supernational. 6 years ago, dude. It's crazy. The Hunger. I rapped on one of those. That might have been it. Ugh. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't think it's in there. But I still manage the channel and stuff, so it's alright. So I have the copyrights to this, so I can play it. Alright. Hold on. Let's see how bad this is. I haven't heard this in ages. Alright. So this is The Hunger by Miss Chill. Vaguely remember this. No, I don't. Yeah, I know I do rap in this one. Hear my rapping skills. There you go. That was my rap debut. I wrote that. I wrote the lyrics for a few of these songs actually, but I wrote them. And like I said, she's not the greatest singer, but it sounds okay. I like my brother.
my toy. No ho, I won't repeat it anymore. No ho, there are many thoughts in my mind. Making them real is a crime. No ho, but we're gonna have a good time. Good is always and that's why. No ho, there are many thoughts in my mind. Making them real is a crime. No ho, but we're gonna have a good time. Good is always and that's why. No ho.
You can kind of hear the accents a bit. But, you know, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst thing to come out of, you know, Poland. But, so that was my sort of musical career as a producer, songwriter, performer. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I've had a lot of jobs, we can say. A lot of different jobs, a lot of very strange professions. That's the story of my life. So, you got any questions about something?
The light,
Have a
the
question
promise
about
of safety.
a job I might have worked? I probably done it. You know, from everything from I wasn't a cop, but I did, for example, do the citizens. What was it? Not citizens on patrol, like police force, police academy, but it was like a citizens on patrol kind of thing. So I did that too. I did firefighting with the military. I wasn't a firefighter, but I did training, and various other things. So all kinds of stuff. Pizza delivery guy. I was a taxi driver. I worked for a financial company, Dean Witter, back in the day. Before it was Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. That was a big mess. So I did all kinds of stuff. You can't. Yeah. Some very shady jobs too. I didn't sell drugs or anything like that. But I might have delivered an escort or two in my time. It's another story for another time. All right, you totally switched my position. So you need to become as dust. What can you do? Heal? 4-3. Oh, that's cool. Jumps right back up in the fray. Need more torchlight. Yep. 13. Got rid of the right guy. Slice off her dingus. Bar mitzvah style, son. Give her another bleed. They're toxic. Resisted. Weak. There she goes. She'll bleed out, don't worry. La la la. Marker? She takes damage and it's going to be better. Able to carry that all. I'm running out of torches. Great. One torch left. I didn't use the shovels at all. They're surprised. Good. Suppressing fire. Gas bomb. Dual slice. Rain of Sorrow. Spark of Hope? That's really like that threw me off. That was a good song. I want to find it. Like I sent it to people. Hey, what's going on here? You're dead, yeah. What are you gonna do? use my. Penance, 2 stars. That's no fear. I think penance was okay too. Penance, shooting stars, hunger. That's my souls now. I'll have to look another time and figure out where. That was a good sword. Right, back to the action, Bob. It looks like the Squiddle Boys are in definite trouble. The party seems to have almost completed the dungeon crawl. Heal? No, not yet. Fine. What are you gonna do? Slice him up? What was that? Did you throw something at him? Seriously? We're almost done. This dungeon. Finale! Yay! Oh, Bleedstone. What can I get rid of? The shovels? Yep. I'm not gonna use them. Quest complete! Yes, I'm done. Let's get out of here.
The pungent odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
Alright, so the treasure I've gotten has collected me as well the powers and goes. And then heirlooms you need for picking up your hamlet. Alright, what happened to these guys? Leveled up, you get something bad and something good. So if his stress is above 50, he stops eating. Alright, well, not terrible. +1 speed. Cool. Back to town. So one of the guys is diseased. He's gonna have to go to the
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
In the end, however, the damnable thing managed to get away with his prize. The hamlet's coffers all the poorer for having hosted the unwanted guest. Sure what? Is 8 of my Torwinkets? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. You stole 8 of my trinkets, dude. That's not cool. Protection. Alright, not terrible. My guys are pretty much, you know, they got good stuff, so. But I hold on to good stuff, so whatever. This I can sell. Food. Or healing. It's not bad. More healing. Blade. Let me buff and dodge and get rid of this. It's blues. Blood busted. Stun, don't do that. That's a lot. Minus stress. Plus accuracy, minus dodge. Ay, caramba. Alright. 31k. So these guys are stressed. Let's go by stress level. You need to get healed. So go to the turn. And cure your bad humors. Now the Abbey. Smack yourself. That's a lot, dude. You should just chill. Anybody else? Stressed out? Super stressed out? No? Everyone's cool? No? Alright. Fine enough. I can improve my hero. Bounty hunter? Do I have a bounty hunter? Nope. Alright, come aboard, son.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
like bounty hunter only stuff that you can wear. So, let's see. Bounty hunter only. Plus 20 stress heal when camping. It's not that great. Bounty hunter only stuff. There we go. Two of those. Two of those. Okay. Whatever. Nope. Don't need that. Don't need that. Speed, damage, stress, accuracy, and virtue. I think I like that. Accuracy's down fine. Minus. Matamophobia. I think we should get rid of that, right? Before it becomes permanent. These afflictions can become permanent, these quirks. Alright. What to do? Get rid of that. Because you gotta pay to put him in the sanitarium to beat that out of him. Or just let it slide. He gets more stress versus human. That's no big deal. Whatever. Let's see. Got some camping stuff. Caltrops, flashbang, uppercut. And this. This could be useful too. You can switch out their stats. It's a stun. We don't need that. But we could use the come hither. Pulls people from the back. Finish him. 40 damage versus stun. Yeah, alright, that's cool. Alright, blacksmith. What can we upgrade? Let's see here. 3-3, 2-2. 3-3. There we go. 3-3, 4-4. Thor. I won't spend too much. Four? Alright. Do a good job. Alright. Next dungeon. Activate 3 of Mind Maker's reserves. Where's that? Oh, that's here. Gather the blood. Let's see. Infestation low. The curse will shake, whinge, and plead for more blood. This accursed fluid can only be found reliably in the courtyard. See crates marked for the Wine Maker's reserve. So this is like a blood quest. Alright. We'll do that, I guess. Where do you want to be? Second place? Okay. And, healer. Last place it is. We don't really need you. Alright, so let's find a third place guy. Bum, bum, bum. Third place. There you go. Let's do it! Rations. Okay. Those. As you remember, I ran out of torches last time. Just about. At just the exact amount. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Snap, crackle, and pop. Okay. going right to the battle. Everyone cool? They got stuff? Yeah. Alright, let's do it. There's wine. Who's gonna open it up? You look like a drunk. There you go. And he cut himself. Oh no. He's drunk now. Tippler. In town will only drink. That's great. Terrific. Who wasn't drunk? Go to the courtyard. This is the DLC. You don't need torches. Crap. You don't need torches except to burn stuff. Because there's this blood light. It increases your strength and decreases your bleed resist. But in here, these animals can turn you into vampires. So let's see. Heal.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Okay. Job. Punch. Yes, a dodge. She cannot finish him off. She needs to be closer. She can heal. So she will judge.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
This guy's a pain in the butt. He can affect you. So we are going to hurt him by dragging him forward. Where other people can hurt him.
Executed with impunity.
All right. Good work, team. It resists. Do we want to rain on you? No. Just take you out the old-fashioned way. All right. All right.
Great is the weapon that
Now, I've got
cuts
a
on
bad
its own.
habit of like playing games and not finishing them.
Back to
It's
the
like not
pit.
eating your vegetables. Like I'll play a game and I'll enjoy it, and I'll get to a certain point where like I figured the game out, I guess you could say. I just have to go through the motions of finishing the game, and I'll stop. And I've done this with a lot of games. So when I start streaming, you'll see games that are like 80% done
Be gone, fiend.
that I've got to finish. So it's just a thing. Just whatever. But I do it. So the same thing can be said for here. Like I was playing this and then I stopped. Let's go to the left and then we'll go down and around. So yeah, bad habit. I gotta just play a game. Gotta use a shovel. Otherwise you'll hurt your entire team. So like, and I've done this forever. Burn it. Take it. From days like Mario days, I never actually beat Super Mario. I've gotten close to it. I think I've gotten to the end. I just never finished it. So, done that with a ton of games. So the history of gaming goes, like my game goes back a long time. Everybody's hungry. I started on the NES. I don't know, we got a Genesis. But I was like early days of multiplayer. Because back in those days, there were no modem attached to, the Super Nintendo. You had to get a thing called X-Band, which is really cool. It was this modem that you hooked up to certain games. For like example, like Street Fighter. And you were able to play it online with other people who had X-Band, which was crazy back in those days. That was great. So I had that for a while. That was pretty cool. And then Sega had something similar.
As the fiend falls,
Was it called
a
Sega
faint
Channel?
hope blossoms.
Sega Channel. So that was another modem you hooked up, and you could
The slow
download
Unforeseen.
games onto this thing
Unforgiving.
every month. There'd be a certain number of games that it's basically like games with gold. But this is back in the day, Sega days. So yeah, you were able to download certain games and play them for the month to the
Fresh
Sega Channel device
disadvantage.
that you had to put
Give them no
on your
quarter.
Genesis. So yeah, that's when I say old school. That's what I'm talking about. Like I'm like those days. All right, so you burn it. You will get stress release, and then the PC. DOS back in the DOS days, the 486, the mightiest computer of all time. You're already drunk. Might be gloves? Nope. If you can wrap your hand in bandages, you can cut yourself. Alright, got the blood. Okay. Here. So, one of the biggest, here's where you definitely got. So one of the biggest gaming companies of that era was called Sierra. These guys are responsible for a ton of gems, such as Leisure, Suit Larry, Space Quest series, King's Quest series, which they re-released recently. These two, these are all affect me. All the Quest for Glory series, like all that stuff, which I will play on screen. So I will play the Sierra games, so there will be old school gaming going on. Yeah, so they're responsible for those wonderful
Another
games.
one falls.
And I learned computing basically trying to bypass the copyright protection, because in those days, like, they sell you the discs, the big floppies, and then the book to go along with it. I gotta get rid of that mosquito. And the book would have like a weird page with a bunch of codes and stuff on it, or like the game would ask, on page 11, paragraph 3, what's the third word? And you'd have to type that in, and that would unlock the game. So basically trying to bypass that is how I learned computing. She's a vampire. Great. See? Crimson Curse. Effing mosquito. You're such a douche.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
So she's gonna need
all.
blood occasionally.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright. So yeah, so then that got involved in gaming companies. The interview that I went to.
Seize this
someone
momentum.
recommended me or something.
Push on to the task's end.
So I went to an interview to be a tester for this gaming company in
fortune
Reno, Nevada.
Waiting to be spent.
The publisher was called Prolific Publishing. They're responsible for the best aquatic screensaver to date. So anyway, this guy by the name of Reichart von Wolfschild, which I will never forget this guy. He's brilliant, genius. He worked on like Roger Rabbit, things like that. So anyway, I had the interview with him. So I get there, and he's on his laptop at the end of the table, typing his finger, of course, typing away, checking his emails. A little brief. I guess he looks through my resume and he does a little brief, blah 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 blah, and then he asks me a number of very strange questions. I'm normally like in an interview, they ask you like, oh, where do you see yourself in 10 years, and do you plan on sleeping with all the secretaries and all that kind of stuff? But his question was like, here are 4 quarters. He puts these quarters on the table. I want you to arrange them in 2 lines of 3. Okay. I'm playing with these quarters, and strange like quest to get a job, but I say this is fun. So I figure out this riddle, and then he hits me with another one. Chain. So he draws like 4 rows of links of 3, and he's like, you can make 3 cuts and 3 welds. Form this. All these pieces into a complete chain. That one took a little bit longer, but I figured that one out too. then the final one was, you know, another riddle. You're driving along this road in the backwoods of Florida swamp. You know, it's the middle of the night. You get a flat tire. You got to change the tire, you take out the lug nuts, and you change the tire. You think you hear like an alligator behind you.
Pumps.
Stand up,
Limbs
kick
obey.
the hubcap, boom, right into the swamp. Sinks. What do you do? And he's like, you can ask as many questions as you want. So I'm like, all right. So do I have like a cell phone? Like, yeah, there's no signal. Okay, all right. Pull up on that. I don't need some coaches. All right, so I can't like call anybody. I will continue to explore. All right, so let's see. Am I close to like a town? No, you're middle of nowhere. Blah, blah, blah. So everybody eat. So basically, what do you I'm figuring out? Okay, what do you do? Maybe you can figure out this riddle. You've kicked all the lug nuts from the one tire into the swamp. You know, you got the tire on, but there's no lug nuts. What do you do? You're stuck. You're gonna die. There's deadly Zika virus mosquitoes homing in on your position. Crazy Floridians about, and all kinds of stuff. So I figured that one out. And he commented on sort of the process. He was like, it was more important for me to see how you went about it than for you to actually figure it out. I wanted to see that you didn't give up when you were stuck and all this other stuff, and I got the job. Now this was to work on the game Daredevil. This was the year Daredevil came out, and Prolific had got the license, and these guys had got the license to make this game. So it was kind of the closest thing I could say was like to the early Spider-Man games. The game was not great. There were certain aspects of it that were fun. This is on PS2. There were certain aspects that were fun, but it was not like, even in that day, like a grade A game. He had this. He would throw his like billy stick and had like an attachment where it would hook to things and you could swing from it, like Spider-Man. So you could swing around the city of New York like Spider-Man. The combat was stiff. You might be able to actually find traces of it on YouTube of this Daredevil game by the company that was making it was called 5K, 5,000 feet, because Reno sea level was 5,000 feet. So 5K feet. And these are the guys.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Yes. Behind the Daredevil game that Marvel eventually canceled because it was bad. But that's another interesting story. So yeah, so I worked on various different games. I also, and that moved into another position with THQ in Calabasas, California, where I was also a tester for THQ. I worked on a few games like Jimmy Neutron and Attack of the Twonkies was the big one that I worked on. And SmackDown vs. Raw, which is really fun because I think it was the first or second one. And the customization was awesome. I was able to make a character look exactly like one of the testers there. It was hilarious. Scott. So yeah. So we trolled each other pretty good. Then we got it was a fun time. It was a fun time. All right, so who can only drink? You can only drink, right? Yeah. All right. And you're crimsoned. Terrific. All right, whatever. Anything useful to sell? Dog whistle. Bleed resist. Oh, ouch. Don't need that. Okay. My thing is full. Everybody's doing their own thing right now. You're getting healed up. combat skills. I don't have enough resources to upgrade the guild. But let's see if I can upgrade these guys' combat skills. Alright, so. There we go. Nope. Get out of here. This. I never use that. La la la. Those guys are up. It's mostly the young guys that need upgrading. 3. Yeah. 4. What's this? Clear mark target, torch +4. Not bad. The men at arms is tough. Louisville. 16k. Fine. The Abomination. The Houndmaster. Okay. Yep, upgrading. Very cool. 13k. Yeah, pretty good. Got 7. Alright, 12k again. So, what's this? Veteran level 3. In case I needed to do it again. They up the level. Short though. So this is champion level 5. I get a berserker mask. Gather 3 grain sacks. Level 5. Alright guys, you're up for it? You ready? This is like the squad. And you'll see, when I select them, it'll be like, yo, this is the squad. So here's the Reynold, Ballard, these mounts. Guess you go here. And one of these two. It's okay to say this. So that's kind of the squad. Right there. Like sometimes I can put her in there. It's more or less a squad. Alright, medium, so that's 1 camping. Right here. 1 camp, so okay. Torches. Usually about that many. Blood. Plan on getting blooded. A couple of those. 1 key. 2 shovels. That should be good. Alright, let's go. Alright, boy. So this is the first stream, guys. It started at 4 o'clock today. I'm going to stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4. And because, like I said, the idea is kind of like old school. We used to watch
Even
Saturday
the
morning
fiercest
cartoons.
beast will lay down when it is not eaten.
And
Steal their
you wake up
food.
Saturday morning and you'd binge watch everything until like 2 p.m. before like stuff started getting weird. So I'm gonna go back to the roots and start having Saturday morning cartoons where we play games on Saturday morning. Sounds fun. So you can join me there at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, UTC, European time, +1. Whatever time zone you're in there. Who's gonna learn? You. You're gonna learn. Yeah. So check us out then. Whenever you get a chance, come on down. You can join. Because like I'm brand new, so I don't have a base of people. I have like streams to watch, but I don't have like streams to play. So building that base of players to come join when I have different games. I play a lot of different stuff like tomorrow, Absolver comes out, and I won Absolver. Got delighted. So I won code for Absolver from True Talent. So thank you very much to him for allowing me to be able to do that. So yeah, tomorrow will be Absolver. Sorry, no. And then I play, for example, I had played Overwatch. I stopped after like season 2, and I haven't been back in a long time. So,
If
I'll
only
play it, but I
treasure
don't
could
know that I
staunch
should
the
really.
flow of otherworldly
I
corruption.
usually play Mystery Hero just because it's fun. So yeah, I don't play competitively at all. I did in season 2, but I do not touch MOBAs. I started with the Storm and I didn't get into it at all. So I don't play League of Legends. I'm not. I watch one streamer. I watch one streamer do it, but that's about it. 50? Yeah, so most of like the story-based games I play on console. Last of Us or Marvel, etc. So it's just fighting games I play on console. That's how it was.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
What do you even have on Steam? Zero games, Skyrim, for example, that kind of thing I'll play on PC. Yeah, this. So that'll be the same. Alright. Should be able to party with one person. Good deal. Whatever. You can shoot him.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
He's a leopard. He's strong, but his accuracy is not. He misses a lot of shots.
Masterfully executed.
This is Purge. Remove that. Buff.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Secure this, how many rounds? Oh, she can hack it. That's right. How much we mic volume. It's probably because I'm sitting away from the mic. I got lazy. Tell me if that's any better. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, right down. Down we go. Yeah, setting up the stream was such a pain in the butt. Like, people think it's easy, just like, oh, you download OBS and you like, good, and you like, get Twitch and you're good to go. No, dude. I don't know if you're a streamer, but first setup on the original computer, the software wasn't bad. I actually use XSplit, so for whatever reason, personal choice. And then just the mic had this horrible hiss. This USB mic had a horrible hiss, and I could not get rid of it, no matter what I did. And then it's just one thing after another. So finally, like, I got it set up, and I think it works okay. But apparently, I have to be close enough to the mic, so I can't lounge. It's a job, folks. It's a job. Yeah, you know it. You know it. So tomorrow is Absolver Day. And I won the code from another stream that I watched. That's really cool. And I'm questioning whether to sort of get into that whole thing because it's a new game. It's going to be game audio down a bit. Let's see.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Sound effects can go down a bit. Master volume can go down to 55. I think it's good. Alright, save. So I did a lot of research in
Give them no quarter.
being a new streamer. You know, I watch a ton of YouTube videos, and you know, I'm not doing it for the money, which of course Innivid says you should never do it for the money. I play these games anyway, so the idea is, you know, why not stream it? And I'm mostly single player. Like I don't play a lot of multiplayer because I move around a lot and I don't know a lot of people. So, and all the friends that I used to have are still all gone. Like, they've moved on. Like, we used to play WoW hardcore. Everybody's gone. Nobody I know plays WoW anymore. I'm like the only one that's still, like, I don't know, has an account. So, like, I don't even play WoW anymore because I don't know anybody. So, you need to heal. So hopefully I could find, like, people to play with, like a regular crew that I could, you know, pick up games and play with, and things will be awesome. Now this Absolver thing comes out tomorrow. It's from the guys who used to work at Ubisoft, smart enough to leave, and they made a pretty cool looking game. So we'll try it out. It's big on PvP, so again, this multiplayer aspect, so we'll see how it works. A lot of other streamers roll with people. They have guys they roll with. Maybe I'll find some, maybe I won't, but, you know, that's life. You need to get rid of these guys. Or do you want to block somebody? Torch plus 20? Yeah, why not?
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Alright,
We
Pepper,
require only
you're gonna
the
buff
strength
yourself.
to follow it.
And he gets a debuff. Alright, so we need another heal on... Nah, let's just judge you.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Good stuffs. Good stuffs. Yep, let's use the key. Hidden compartment, and it's...
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Okay, where am I? Here, and there's the boss. So we're gonna go here, 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 here. And then... Here, 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 here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go around. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is my first playthrough double. I don't even know where I am in progress of the game. This is my highest crew right now. They are level 5 champions.
Destroyed.
So these guys are my highest crew at the moment. I found this game watching... I'll give a shout out to Trina Wolfie. She's another smaller streamer. And I watched her play this and I was like, this is cool. I'm going to buy this. So here I am. I played it for a bit and then I stopped. As I was saying, I have a bad habit of like stopping games once I get the hang of it. It's not that I get bored, but you know, I get like the honeymoon's over and I'm like, all right, it's cool. You know, I got it. Let's see, 3 damage, 3 life. So you know, I'm like, all right. The Skelly with the banner. No, I don't think I've run into the Skelly with the banner yet. I've run into the Fanatic for sure. And he's ridiculous. Shows up at the worst possible times too. Accuracy, people. Accuracy. But like they were like, don't read books. Books are bad. I was like, okay. So I asked her like, what sort of tips do you have for the game? You know, before I buy. She's like, don't read any books. So of course I read books. You know, my guys are all inflicted with all kinds of maladies, and I'm too cheap to like fix them. So they're all
Their
retarded.
formation is broken.
Nothing.
Maintain the offensive.
Gotta love this guy. So that's the advice that I got. Don't read. How many rounds? 1 round, you can take it. Yeah, and then I'll camp. They're right about the books. Come on, man. Reading is fundamental. I grew up watching a Reading Rainbow. I refuse to believe that anything bad can happen out of that. I refuse. People need heals. Heal. Oddly enough, LeVar Burton, or as other people know him as Geordie LaForge, he helped found Reading Rainbow. So back on PBS days, he would read to kids, like me, and they were really cool. It was like after school, come home, and watch that kind of stuff. Yes, that happened to me. This guy just activated that, the Curio. And I was like, did he have that affliction that just makes him want to do stuff? But it helped him out, so I didn't complain too much. So yeah, so LeVar Burton is now starting, or he wanted to start a new Reading Rainbow, and then I guess the company that had the rights to it were like, no. So then he started something else called LeVar Reads. So he still reads. But it's not the same. What can you do? That's what happens when you try and
Confidence
throw back
surges as
to the old
enemy
days.
crumbles.
Alright. But I love me some Reading Rainbow. Butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Something.
Mortality
seen in a book.
clarified in a single strike.
Great. Really? Really, dude? Okay. I can stun him, but she can't kill the guy in the back. So we'll deal with him first. Puke all over him. It's fine, I'm gonna camp after this. Good on resisting the disease. Alright, let's get rid of the corpse. Or not. Of course. Of course.
Teetering on the brink.
And watch him
facing
bleed
the
out and die.
abyss.
Yep. Ah, this game. This game, dude. It's one of my level 5s.
Decisive pummeling.
This game. I mean, that's what's cool about it. It's punishing. 20, man. This guy's tough. What the heck?
As life ebbs, terrible
No, I
vistas
can't
of
lose
emptiness
another guy.
reveal themselves.
That's not gonna happen. Come on! Oh! Alright. That's cool, dude. That's cool. Yeah. Trolling hard. Rip Leper. His resolve's tested and she's hopeless. And this is not even like a
There can
hard
be no hope
dungeon.
in
I'm
this
just supposed to
hell.
gather some grain
No
stacks.
hope
What the
at
heck?
all.
Alright. Ah. Can't do that, so you're just gonna take one for the team. I mean, I can clear the corpses. But
In Radiance, may we
She'll
find
finish him off.
victory.
Yep, vomit, blocked. This game, and that's what I like tough games. Accuracy, peoples. I like tough games. Dark Souls, I got into.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
That's new. Haven't seen that before. Highwayman. Alright, I need to get rid of some junk now. Blah, 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 blah. I was gonna camp, right? What's the point now? Alright, I don't need this torch. I don't need these bandages. I don't need this holy water. I don't need this one painting. Shovels? How much more do I need? I have more. Alright. I don't need this medical herb. Paintings. I'll just get rid of paintings too. How much is it? 1,200? Well, you didn't have to use a shovel, but watch. The second I get rid of it, we're gonna need a shovel. And I only have 1 bag of grain. Great. Crest. Screw the crest. I need gold. Yeah? Okay, good. Alright, guys. Fine, don't camp. Whatever.
A moment of respite.
So you guys can really
A
pick it up.
chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
I got 2 guys. Should I leave or what? Alright, what can you do? Minus stress. If not religious. I think he's religious. If religious, 15. Okay. Alright, what do you do? Heal. Alright, that looks good. Alright. So you can get rid of a lot of stress. Alright, so do it. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. All party. Yeah. Oh, you're so hopeless. Alright, that's it. Please no ambush. Please no ambush. Please no ambush. Our larder is well stocked. Whatever dangers we may face, starvation is not one of them. Man, that's true.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
This game, dude. Alright. So I'm gonna have to
Injury
abandon
and
this quest.
despondence set the stage for heroism
This is
or
ridiculous.
cowardice.
Run away! Retreat! I'll do it! I can't retreat! This is not good! This is not good, dude. I'm in danger of losing my level 5 squad. Okay. I can't retreat from combat. Alright, guy. He's gonna mark himself. And maybe she can heal. Alright. Let's hope. She's blighted. Oh, she can't do anything. Oh my god. She's in the wrong spot. I have to live and she's already dead. I'm gonna lose my whole squad, dude.
And now, the true test. Hold fast or expire.
She's ready, Light. His resolve is tested. Powerful! He's buffed!
Anger is power. Unleash it.
Okay. Heal the party.
A death denied. For now.
Oh! That's right! I can still run. It failed, but I can still run. Okay, I'll try it again. Thank you, Double.
Perched at the very
God.
precipice
He's gonna
of
die.
oblivion.
He's gonna die.
A hand hand's
Alright.
breadth from becoming unwound.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Oh, she survived. Wow, dude.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory.
Dude. Run away.
This is no place for the weak or foolhardy. A setback, but not the end of things.
I think it was my first full wipe. That was my first full wipe, dude. Or no. I should get an achievement if it was my first full wipe, actually.
Back across the sticks.
Oh, one of these guys could come back, huh? Resolve is tested. This game. All right, who do we bring back from the dead? My heavy hitter, my level 5 heavy hitter. I would like. Where is he? Look at all these dead heroes. Here they go, right? Yeah. Can I bring it back? No? I can't bring it back? Where can I bring it back? There's an achievement for killing a guy by digging rubble. Oh my goodness. Alright, I gotta figure out how to bring this guy back. Where is it? New Fallen Heroes, right? What was that? This is the architecture. Should be here. Looks like I could bring 3 of those guys back. Like, I think this guy? Let's see where. Where is he? Where is he? I can't believe that, dude. I only have 9k. So now I have to go out with my what is this? With my Antiquarian. Alright. I don't have enough money for any more districts. Or maybe do it from here. Okay, so you're level 0. You're also level 0. And you're level 1. Bim, 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 bim. I already have 1, 2 Antiquarians. I already have 1 of you guys. Who do I want? A bounty hunter or an arbalist? I think bounty hunter. You're level 0, right? And you're sick. Or an arbalest. Level 3 arbalest. Bounty hunter. Alright. Here you go.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
So stupid. That's so stupid. I can't believe that. I'm gonna boo. Yes. That's how I feel about that. Alright, let's do some recruiting. Abomination. I got Plague Doctor. Need another Crusader. I just lost one.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose.
I guess another
A zealous
Arbalest.
warrior.
That's one more slot. I'll wait for the next coach. Okay. They can be killed. They can be beaten. Starting now. Bleed chance minus healing. I don't need that, dude. Complete 100%. Antiquarian. Oh, right. I need to get cash, so it doesn't matter. You're level 2, right? Maybe the highest one I got? No. Level 3. Alright. Where do you go? Back? Back 2 slots. So that is a 1. Level 3. Some wine. Kill the hag. Room battles. Sunken crew. I think those are the guys with the big guns, right? The Sunken Crew. Yeah, with the cannon. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Stress, healing. Yeah, I like this one. Room battles. All right. So, level 3s. Where are you at? Roll call. It'll take you. We'll take you. And, we'll take you. Okay. You got gear. You got gear. Geared up. Good. Camping twice. Lots of food. Because I don't have a healer. Some shovels. Camping twice, right? That should be enough torches. Yeah. I don't need blood. I've never actually used laudanum. Holy water I don't need. Anti-venom. I don't worry about buffs too much. Unless it's a long dungeon. Yeah. But I already have bandages. Key. Got 12 keys. 5,000. Should I skimp and save? The herbs are really good for the cove. Who's in the cove? The fish people, right? Yeah, they have blight, I suppose. Alright, I'll get a couple herbs. I don't use them so much. Alright. Who's on the team? We got a berserker, highwayman, this chick that's supposed to give us lots of loot. Vapors. Yeah. The things I do for you, lady. What I'm gonna do to you.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
So the idea is that I go up or down? 100%, right? Yeah, let's go up. So the idea is that I'm supposed to have a lot of like different sound effects because I used to work in radio. Believe it or not.
Packs laden with loot
Back in Alaska,
are often low on supplies.
my first radio gig was for a station called KFAT. You're supposed to disarm that.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
So it was a place called KFAT. And this was in Anchorage. The place, so I started. So I was a young rookie, and the DJs, you know, they're typical cool DJs, and, you know, they wanted to drink and smoke, and I wasn't into that at the time. So the chick, yeah, I have to loot with her. I have to remember that. So they wanted me to drink and smoke with them, and I wasn't into that. So they called me Choir Boy. That was my DJ name because I was such a goody two shoes.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
I started on the air. I started actually
pouring
doing
blood.
promotions. So I was. This guy's got to go. So I was going out in the street during a segment called the 5 o'clock grind. What happens is the
Press this
station,
advantage.
the program
Give them
director,
no
who's also
quarter.
on the air, he has a segment where I guess it's like drive time. It's like prime time for radio. So I have to go out. I'd have to go out and like hand out CDs to random people who showed up. So that was my job during the 5 o'clock grind. And eventually I made it up to where I was on air. So we played, it's officially called CHR Rhythmic, Contemporary Hit Radio Rhythmic. Like each genre has a special name attached to it. And this
As the fiend falls,
another fancy way of saying
faint
like
hope
hip hop
blossoms.
and pop and R&B. So it was KFAT 92.9, today's hit music. Choir Boy with your latest blah 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 blah, and I'm out here on Denali and Northern Lights Boulevard. I've got your tickets for the next so and so that we're coming. Come on down within the next half hour. We're gonna be here giving out all kinds of your rear window bumper stickers. You put on the car. If we see you, and you got a sticker, you're gonna win. So that's what we did.
Precision
There was a
and
show.
power.
My first official duty was to run the morning show. It was a syndicated show out of Seattle called T-Man. T-Man in the morning. This guy was hilarious. So I used to have to
Prodigious
get to
size
work
alone does
at
not
5 a.m.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
to pot up the board so that the show would come on the air. So if I overslept, which happened a few times, there would be dead air. So yeah, that was my first job in radio. And I started doing productions. I started making the commercials. I would voice the commercials. If anybody's from California, they know
Another mariner.
a guy by the name of
Another
Cal
misfortune.
Worthington. Oh, I didn't click the shovel. I'm so stupid. Ay, Dios mío. Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. This is like old school. So this guy would have weird animals. He sold cars. He was a car dealer. I think you have to go, right? Yeah. So he's a car dealer. He sold all kinds of bogus vehicles. And he had a guy that would talk really fast. It was just it was a shtick. So I used to make commercials for Cal Worthington. And I would implement a lot of sound effects and cool things like that. So that is what I decided to bring to the stream. You gotta go. And it's dodged. So that's what I decided to bring to the stream. Some audio production and cool sound effects. So I haven't quite got them all set up just yet, but that's the idea. What? We need to move you up front. We need to move you back. You can do a quick heal. Oh, let's vaporize. What's this, accuracy? Yeah. So I might play a few of the heal. Remove. Yeah, just my little move. I might play a few of the commercials that I made later because they're actually quite interesting. I had to knock back. Yep. No, I want you there because you're gonna put him first. So you're just gonna do that.
A powerful blow.
A lot of loot if I use the herbs on a dead fishy. The herbs on a dead fish. Like some of these things don't make sense to me. How random. How you're supposed to use certain items on certain things and he's moved back, which is not terrible. Some of them make sense, like something sharp and you use the bandage, or something gross and you use the holy water. But he's on the dead fish. I would not have figured that out on my own. Alright. Thank you.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Let's see, 2 damage, how much life? 2. Alright, you're dead. So we're gonna reduce your accuracy. I don't want you hitting my guys. Alright, you're in a good spot. That's a buff. He's gonna die. Yeah, let's buff you. Alright. Arterial punch causes her to bleed. Nope, she resisted. Good. Alright, please hit this guy. Alright, no big
Continue the
deal.
onslaught.
No big
Destroy
deal.
them all.
You're forward, right? And you hit the first slot. Very good. Okay. Do I need to heal anybody? No, not really important. Blight. Accuracy still down. Yeah, I mean, that's all you're really doing. Debuffing and collecting coins. Alright, let's see your big swing for 9 damage. Very good. He was frightened of your big axe. Okay. We're gonna move you back, right? Yeah, let's start moving you back 2 slots. Okay! We're roughly back to normal now. Iron Swan, that's a guy in the back. Damage. Alright, let's just hit you. So yeah, I've done a lot of weird things in my life. So this is another one. Streaming on Twitch. The funny thing is, like, I was streaming before streaming became a thing. Here's how. Back in the day, this is probably around the time like Mega Man 2 came out. I would record my gameplay on the VCR, and I would like watch it and play it for the friends I had weren't particularly interested in watching my gameplay, but I would record it and play it, you know, because I was the only kid in the neighborhood at that time. This is in Florida, that had like a bunch of cool Nintendo games, so they would have to sit through it. Tough beans. All right, where's the go back to default party. Okay, open up. No keys. Should I camp? Oh no. I'm just at the start. Jeez. All right. What can I get rid of? I need to get rid of something before. All right, eat some stuff. Yeah. So I was a streamer before streaming was a thing. Back, of course. And he's blighted. Nothing. All right, so let's visit this big, and there's also a secret door. All right, so let's see this big fish. Get some light. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something serious about the heels. All right, 70, 90, right? I'm gonna get cursed. I'm gonna get, of course. First try. First try. All right, fair enough. It really doesn't matter who I go for. Oh, good shot. He's as annoyed as I am. Good. Good. All right, blanket no. Now I looked at the other platform, Mixer. Basically, like, I found out about Mixer based on. Oh, you're so useless. Based on some Xbox event that they had, and they were like, "Hey, look at this, our new streaming platform." So I decided to check it out. They had like a couple of their big streamers on.
Maintain the offensive.
It's a weird platform. Like, they have a cool idea. Basically, the chat gets to interact with the stream with a variety of like different buttons that do something on screen. So, for example, instead of just like using emotes, you can click some audio file that'll pop up on the streamer's overlay, which is kind of a cool idea. You know, when you think about it, like, they can really interact with what's going on screen, so they could, you know, insert memes or things. So kind of the same thing that I'm doing here with the sound effects, but you could do it on Mixer. And you get like levels for watching streamers. So the longer you're in a channel, your experience bar goes up, and then you could use that experience to unlock, you know, different emotes and stuff like that. So kind of a cool idea, except it's not Twitch. Like, one of the biggest viewers I saw that they had like 300. So it's not the biggest site just yet, but they do have a cool idea. And I guess if you get banned on Twitch, it's a place for you to go, right? It's a home for the homeless. This guy, I swear. So I did check them out, but they were not impressing anybody. First two guys, huh? Alright, whatever. Clear the corpses. I can't clear the corpses that way because it doesn't do damage. Durr. I don't think so, son.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not turning me into a vampire. But I am in trouble. Alright. Good job. Some herbs,
A
some
trifling
spices.
victory,
Colonel Sanders.
but a victory
So yeah,
nonetheless.
speaking of KFC, I'm obviously an American, but I live in Europe, and the phenomenon out here of American fast food is really quite interesting. They love American fast food, particularly McDonald's and KFC and all that stuff. I don't have the shot. The what's it called? The one that hits more than one person. Whatever. You're dead. Now. All right, fine. Whatever, dude. Heal yourself. All right. You're not bleeding anymore. Just do it. Crit. Good. They do not have biscuits in Europe. This guy's gotta die or he'll blow up. Like, they don't know what... Death's door. They don't know what biscuits are. They don't have them.
Unwound.
So if you go to KFC, or there's like, there's no Red Lobster here, but if you go to like Red Lobster and KFC, you can get these tasty biscuits. They do not have them in Europe. Anywhere. So, I mean, they could make... what's the Pillsbury? Pillsbury Doughboy. They can sell these kind of like muffin biscuit thingies, but they're not biscuits. And it struck me as how interesting that is. There's no biscuits in Europe. He's got to die. Oh! He's gonna blow up. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. This game. Kill him. I know he's just gonna block, but you know, whatever. There he goes. Boom. The revenge. Yeah, the two guys dodged it. Not terrible.
And
Death's door
the true
again.
test. Hold fast or expire.
Good dodge. Oh, she's in trouble. What do I do? I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna heal. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Alright, now we have this hard hitter. Yep.
Patched up. If only to bleed again.
You are a worker, Brennan. Alright. He is working for his loot. Another heal to you. Alright, do it. He's doing work. Is this like it's not the first guy. No. First guy, I think, died. The one that comes with you off the coach, I think he just died in the last dungeon. Yeah. Good hit. Alright.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Fair trade. What else can I get rid of? No, that's it. Maybe a picture. I don't need a picture. Done. Alright, open her up. No keys. Gold. Abomination, Stun and Blight. And okay. Alright. I think you cost more, right? How much would I get for you? Regardless. Alright, guys, we're camping. We're in trouble. Watch us get ambushed, just like we did last time. Lots of food, yeah.
It's a goal without hope.
Okay, who does what? What do you got? Crit. Yada yada. Healing. And stress. Clean your guns. Self only. Stress. Alright, I can make trinkets, but... Not room, really. One companion gets a lot of buff. I'll think about that. Trinket. I'll come back to you. Let's bleed. Self only. Field dressing. Heal and remove bleeding. Alright. Field dressing... Failed. RNG, baby. RNG. Alright, yeah, fine. Who's stressed out? You're stressed out? Come on, you'll do great! Just imagine those cool thick pieces of gold tumbling into your hands and then tumbling down to the ground as you die from a bleed. But yeah, you're doing work, so we're gonna hook you up. That's it. Everybody's done. Oh, I have 1 point left. Nothing? Okay, anybody need to eat some more? Yeah, you need to eat more. Okay. That should carry me for now. Alright. No ambush. Yeah, there's a lot of food, I know. No ambush.
The match
Yes!
is
Okay.
struck. A blazing star is born.
Yes, yes, yes. Now we are moving along to here, and then the secret room. I hope it's not a void guy. Hold up. Yes, yes. What do you want? How do you do the secret room? Oh yeah, up. Okay, so I need a key, right? No key? Cool. Someone left quite the stash. Some gold and junk. Cool. Fair enough. Alright, continuing on. Open the box. Junk. Alright. More of these mosquitoes. I'm not even near the courtyard. What the heck? I thought I was in. This is not the cove. I'm not in the cove. Am I in the cove? I don't even know anymore. Alright, I don't like the mosquitoes, so let's get rid of you guys first, right? Repost. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Die. Thank you.
Annihilated.
I don't play well with mosquitoes. Gather the blood. Good dodge. You'd have been infected for
The
sure.
wounds of war can be healed, but
Okay.
never hidden.
Oh, good crit. The thirst. Coist. Oh, what can you do? Knock back. Get out.
Destroy.
He's an animal, this guy. Alright, go back to your heels and carrying gold. That's what you're good at. Now she's a vampire. What's this?
As victories
Mooncloak.
mount,
Torch
so
window,
too will
low light
resistance.
stuff. I don't mess with low light torches. I mean low light encounters. Just because the RNG is hard enough. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch more rooms, so I need my torches. Brum, 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 brum. What do I get rid of for this? It's rare. I'll get a lot of money for it. Bandages? Yeah. Goodbye. All right. Back to business. Okay. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. All right. Ooh, okay. Use the shovel. Duh. Watch for traps. All right, these guys are all right. They're not as bad as the mosquitoes, so they do all kind of weird stuff to you. Suppressing fire? Yes, saw you. Like, just stick on healing. That's your job right now. So we've got this. We've got XCOM 2. The expansion is coming out very soon, if not already. Or is that early access? Either way, there's an expansion for the XCOM 2, which I'm going to play. I started XCOM from Terror from the Deep. So that was back in the olden days again. Old school gamer, dude. So I started from Terror from the Deep. And I really like this new XCOM. It's again, I saw somebody else playing it, and I was like, and that's what Twitch is good for. Like, you watch, games that you don't know or haven't played, check it out. Somebody's playing it. You're interested. Like The Division. I didn't think I would like The Division, and I saw someone getting down on it, so I thought, maybe could happen.
A decisive pummeling.
He's so strong. He's so durable. Alright. My heart will burst. Okay, take care of you. Vampire! Yes, no vampire. You can take him out, right? Yeah. You got light. You need it. Random shot. Accuracy 90. Do I have any accuracy buffs on you? Yep, +8. Alright, Ah! I clicked the wrong guy. Fortunately, he hit the right guy.
Inspiration and improvement.
Improvement, yes. How much more? I'll need the food. 750. Beep. Coral, I need. Oh, he does it automatically. Hey. She could have had her mind cleared. Should probably use my torches more. Got a bunch of them. Okay, back to healing. Good dodge. Whatever, eat stress. Okay. You're the troublemaker, right? Yeah, you're the troublemaker. I'm gonna get rid of you. 12, good. Iron Swan, do it. Okay, you're next. Resist, good. Heal yourself this time. Yowp! No, only the first guy. He's too big. How about a heal? No, I want to get rid of that guy though. How about a heal? Do it.
Soothed. Sedated.
Spearfishing. You'll get healed next. Finish him. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you'll hit next. See, I want to activate repost, but he's not gonna get hit enough. I want to
The
crit.
ground quakes.
An animal. All right. Yep. Watch him get hit too. I was like, I don't want to do a repost because he's not gonna get hit. Watch him get hit. Nope. Good. Dodge. Do it. Gargle, 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 gargle. No bleed? No? Cool. No. Wicked hack. So we're gonna be doing XCOM as well. I'm gonna do variety streaming, obviously. Then, like, I'm pretty close to the finish in XCOM actually. Like, most of the, I think the only thing I have to do is like go to the one. I'm close to the end. Let's just say that. And I held off on it. Like I stopped playing because it was like, I don't want to finish the game. It's weird. I do that.
Their cursed
But
champion
this expansion is supposed to be
falls.
pretty cool, so we will pick that up and then do the expansion. All right, so I don't have nothing, and in the off chance it might help you, why would it? Why would it help you? It's an altar with a tentacle sticking out of it. What would give you that strange idea? That you could just randomly touch a strange altar and you would feel better. Alright, what am I doing? 100% room battles. Alright. Here we go. Here we go.
The light, the promise of safety.
Hello, superior creature.
Oh, hello! Thank you for the follow. You are now a superior creature. Superior in all ways. Yeah, what can go wrong, right? What can go wrong with tentacles? We've all seen hentai. Yeah, this guy's a troublemaker in the back, so we need to fix him. Thank you again for the follow. Appreciate it for hanging out, coming down. Yeah, we need to focus on him. Should have reposted, actually. Now that I think about it. The Shocker. Good dodge. You're useful for once. This guy's salty. Your wounds are mounting, as is your stress. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Or something to that effect. Enough with the salt. Alright. Fix yourself up, gal.
Hello, superior creature.
Whoa, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Andy Mulewoods. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming down. Let's see here. Repost. Do it! You're the beast. You're the man. You're the leader of this party. Okay? You're gonna carry everybody.
Well struck.
Salty Gouge. That should be a new meme. Salty Gouge. When somebody is upset, you just make it worse. Okay, you will need to heal yourself. And let's go back to our original position. Oh, I can't hit you from there. Really did? Do you want to go back or just hit him? This is 95 base damage. No, 95 accuracy. Or knockback. Yeah, let's do that. Dodged, of course. More salt in your wounds. Skull toss. I don't like this. I don't like this. Scary. She got the shocker again. And she's stunned. Okay. Don't miss this. Because this guy is going to, like, increase our stress, right? We don't want that. I mean, I'm so focused on him.
The bigger the beast,
She puts down a massive
the greater
crit.
the
That's cool.
glory.
Okay. So now we can focus. Good solid hit. Not bad. Dodge. Probably could have hit him directly. Oh, repost is down? Yes. Why would it be up? Why would it be up when they hit you? That would be counterproductive.
The
It's
wounds
supposed to
of war
expire.
can be healed, but never hidden.
That does no damage, right? Yeah. Okay. Just.
Eradicated.
Oh, now you want to come up, huh? You're tired of looking like a loser. She's like, oh, excuse me.
Decimated.
Equality. I'm a woman with an axe. Doesn't mean I'm weaker than you guys.
Success so clearly
She
in
came out.
view.
And she showed us.
Or
She showed
is it
me
merely
in particular.
a trick of the light?
Oh, I want this. It's 1,000. Alright, let's put you here. Can I burn you right now? Yes, I can.
As the light gains
Alright,
purchase,
So,
spirits are lifted
you?
and purpose is made clear.
Do we want a key? I have what? One more camp, right? I'll save that. Do I want a key? I don't need so many pictures right now. I don't have enough money to build a hamlet anyway, so. Okay, moving on. Oh, I should heal you. No. Shovel. Last shovel. Should have brought more. Should have brought more shovels. Yeah, no. Should have brought more shovels. But I was like, how many things am I gonna encounter? You don't want the torch? I'll burn the torch.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Crabby crab. And this guy. You go for it. Ugh. I'm still triggered about that wipe with my level 5 crew. My level 5 crew, like they got, it's ridiculous. And it wasn't even like I made stupid mistakes, so you know, I was like, you know, in charge of that dungeon. I was like, no big deal, man. I got this. And then out of nowhere, just bad rolls of the dice, man. What can you say? They say, the saying is, when you celebrate too much and you show too much happiness, this is an old Chinese proverb, that the gods will notice you
Impressive.
and they will intervene. And they don't usually like people being like happy, so they will intervene and cause you distress. And I think that's what happened there. This is from a book called The Girt Earth from Pearl S. Buck. I recommend you read it. It's about a Chinese farmer who starts out as nothing and ends up doing pretty well. But it's a very touching story. It sort of goes into historical China, you know, how it was back in, you know, to be a peasant. So it's really interesting. And it's kind of like, I like that philosophy that if you celebrate too much, you will cause yourself more harm. So we'll hold off on that. But I think that's what happened. I was like, yeah, I got this. This dungeon's mine. And I was like, oh, really? Hold on. I got something for you. It's called RNG. You may have heard for it. We're going to make sure you don't make it out alive. And they did. One of the things I learned about games as well,
a turning point.
in my extensive history, the direction left. I explain. It's more prevalent in older games. And, you know, I could just be blowing smoke. But when presented with a choice of which way to go, the best direction to choose is always left. Something about the coding of the game or something, I don't know what it was. But that was always the better direction to take. And you could try this out on your own and, you know, try different games where you're supposed to go down the left corridor or the right corridor. Go left first. That's the right way to go. Guaranteed. You can quote me on that. Okay, so you need the stress release. Nothing here. Coral? Oh, man. I need a shovel. Staggering force. Okay. Alright. I could use marked enough, to be honest. Alright, up you go.
A singular strike.
You're an animal. I don't use mark enough. And I need to. Or actually just replace the skill. Buff.
Soothed. Sedated.
Yeah. Learn that back playing D&D. Left is the way to go. Somehow the way the programmers did it, I don't know. Maybe they came from D&D and they're just like used to it. But you always go left. It's one thing you learned. Right leads to certain death. Now today's game's a little different, but just out of habit, I still go left. Unfortunately, in this game, you can only go right, which means only one thing. All right, let's mark you up. You can only go in one direction. I mean, you can go back, but then it's detrimental. Repost is down. You're probably not gonna get hit, right? All right, let's just wail away.
Blow.
Right where it hurts. You do more damage to it. Mark, no. Heal.
Soothed. Sedated.
You still have your buff? No. Yes. You have a buff. Of course. Right when I was like, he's not gonna get hit. Why should I repost? Ouch. What does that bleed? 8? Jeez. One more round. Good crit though. Alright. Take all you can.
Be wary.
What are you? 1200?
Triumphant pride
We're
precipitates
gonna eat
a
some
dizzying
food.
fall.
I'm about to eat some damage right now. What can I get rid of? Nothing? Alright. I need a healer. Yes, I know. How many rooms do I have? I need 100% room battles, right? So we're in this one. We're doing one more camp. Can I afford to give you 4 meals? You know what? YOLO. Ugh. Alright, let's eat a bit. Okay. 2
Without
damage.
tools of iron,
And lots of
you must
stress.
rely on flesh and indefatigable
I don't want to
purpose.
die here. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let you die here. Oh, good. Should I camp? No, I'm only here. I'll like camp here maybe. Alright. Who's good with traps? Highwayman? Yep. Disarmed. Feel better? Yep. Because you do all the work, my friend. And they're hungry. And you're craving. Yes. Eat. 2 food, right? Cool. Alright, have some blood. Bloodlusted. Buffed. Alright. Nothing must be left unopened. Just a bunch of heirlooms. Who wants that? It's always one shovel short. I know what you mean. And torch. That's why I stack like, 11, 12 torches.
Injury and
I
despondence.
mean, that's not terrible when
set the
when the
stage
light goes
for
down so much. But
heroism
there are a few abilities that
or
boost it up. But
cowardice.
it's like you either use all the shovels or you don't use them at all. Who needs to go? You need to go, right? Cool. Because he heals. Calls to the deep. And stress wave. Alright, switch position. Not too bad. Yarp. Such a wicked slash. I can smell their blood spilled. Alright, so you go back to healing. Heal my man. He deserves it. Okay. We're gonna do you. And we're gonna do repost. A little late for that. Early, actually. Okay. Heal him up. Spear fisherman. Pull him up? Nope. Resistant. Then you're in trouble. Okay. Ugh. Sometimes you just gotta, hack and slash. Sometimes you just gotta. Abilities are great, but sometimes you just gotta, sword and board, muscle it up. Doop. Miss. Unfortunate. Like, I like playing World of Warcraft. I mained a mage, undead, whose name happened to be Flamestrike. Accuracy, damage, it's a stun. Yeah, good luck. Yes. And then I had a druid, but you know, I quite enjoyed it. I played from the start, from vanilla, and you know, all the expansions they just start to degrade, you know, one after the other. It's at a state now where I'm not even familiar with you know, what it is. It's weird. You good out there? And of course he misses. So it's at a weird place right now. I mean, they have like new stuff. Good shot. And I would like to play it. I don't know. I rated a bit. Like, I don't have a guild. You know, it's just too much. You know, can't get into it. If there were another MMO. I mean, I played MMOs. I started with, I think my first was a little gem called Ultima Online. Let me tell you about Ultima Online and why this game is forever immortal. I think it was ahead of its time in that sense. But you know, you're a character. You can cast magic. You can, you know, wield a sword. That whole thing. But you can have houses. And you can set up, you know, a camp somewhere in the middle of the woods. You know, so it had a lot of elements that MMOs have nowadays, or don't have nowadays actually, that are just now implementing. But the important thing was player characters can become what is known as let's do a repost just in case. Can become what is known as a murderer. So, you know, you're an average dude, you have like, I don't know, white name above your head. Somebody who spent a lot of time killing other characters in PvP would have a title. Their title would get worse and worse and worse the more they murdered people, but they were called, you know, murderers. So, and their name would turn red. Now, I can't. It's hard for me to put in words the level of fear and adrenaline that runs through your body when you see one of these characters out in the wild. Because in Ultima Online, not only could they kill you, they can chop up your body. You know, they can actually chop your body up, and you'll see the arms and head and legs strewn about. And they can take your stuff, your gear, so they can kill you, take your gear, desecrate your corpse, and leave you. And that was amazing. It was as scary as all get out. This doesn't have a keyhole, right? No. It was scary as all get out. I mean, I have not had that kind of fear in a game since. But Ultima Online was revolutionary in that regard. I think I'll camp on the way back up. So I'll go down here and then camp back up. Yeah. All right, let's do that. And I wish somebody would like recreate that sort of engagement. I mean, because it was, you know, you can grief, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't so bad. You run into town, and these guys would, you know, get killed by the guards. The guards were more powerful back then.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
All right, this guy's got to go first. Let's mark you for that. Oh, you're craving too. All right. Just keep it alive, will you? Ultima Online, man. Oh, what a game. Let's kick you back. Oh, good shot. You're an animal. All right. Take some blood. I can't do that. Okay. Kill the maggot. Good
Be
job.
gone, fiend.
So that was Ultima Online. It's gone through a couple changes over the years, but I mean, you know, ew. But what a game, man! Just the fear when you see a red name come on your screen, and they chase you down. You know, corp ort poor. I remember the spell even. Corp
Those
or
who
poor,
cause
man.
injury
See that?
find
Oh,
it in no short
Dead.
supply.
that's how bad that was. When you remember the spell that they cast on you, that's how you know that's a good game. All right, heal yourself. Cool. Don't mind me. Put you on auto attack. You can't hit him, right? Oh, you can't hit him. So then I moved from Ultima Online to what was after Ultima Online?
The horror.
EverQuest. So my friend from the radio station was playing EverQuest. I got into that. I had a ranger and I had a mage and a wizard. And the wizard, his name was Polemistrike. So that's where the name came from in WoW. Yeah, but I wasn't that into like EverQuest. I kind of hung out with them and did their did their dungeons a bit, but I was kind of enjoying it. And then from EverQuest, where did we move to? Probably gonna skip a few.
Ghoulish horrors.
Away.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Oh, my guys are in bad shape. 10 food. How many more rooms to go? Alright, like I said, I'll camp on the way back up. Should be enough. And so anyway, after EverQuest, I think came City of Heroes. If I'm not mistaken. Nothing inside. City of Heroes was another sort of great idea. It's another closed down MMO, but you adopt the role of the superhero in a city full of superheroes. And it was, it was a pretty cool idea. I had a guy with the sword, and he had the armor, and he was, and as you level up, you get to add a name. Fish, right? Herbs. You're right. Lot of stuff. You are right, sir. Thank you for the hint. Nobody's bleeding. You're bloodlusted, right? Bloodlusted. Yeah. You are on Death's Door recovery. Herbs. Yeah. So City of Heroes was a great game. I'd love to play that now. Everybody's hungry. Good. Some more light. There was no trap there. Okay. So from City of Heroes, I then moved on to Star Wars Galaxies. I played. Is it just me, or is it nostalgia, or I don't know, but like those games were good. Those were good games. I don't know if I'm just making that up because I have fond memories, but I think those were good games back in those days. So Star Wars Galaxies had this thing. You start out, you could pick like a smuggler or something else. That's why I picked the smuggler. And Jedis were they were not released. They were locked, and no one knew how to become a Jedi. You had to find like these crystals, and they would tell you which skill path to go down to unlock the Force in your character. And then you'd have to do some like quests or something, and then you'd be able to start a Force sensitive character who could then become a Jedi. So that was a pretty cool idea. It was not something that happened easily, and people complained they wanted to be Jedis. All right, I get it, but I don't think games should be too easy. I think there should be some challenge involved. And okay, it's a Star Wars game, and Jedi's the main selling point. Fine, but I think we get into a situation where we cater to the masses too much. So anyway, they made the change later where everyone could be a Jedi. But you didn't know what skills to choose that would unlock the Force in your character. So it could be something you're totally not interested in. Like music, you could pick, the musician tree. You pick an instrument, which is awesome. Like this skill tree, like you'd pick an instrument, and you'd hang out in the cantina, and you'd play this instrument. And the way they made it, sync with other players. Like you'd hit, I don't know, you had like 4 different kind of bars that you could choose that would change the melody a bit. So you sync with other musicians, like you join a group and you're all playing like this one song, and you're adding like different elements to it. Like it was awesome.
This expedition
A
at
lot of
least
fun. And it was
promises
cool. So, you know,
success.
one guy be jamming out on the little flute thingy, and he'd hit a button that would make, you know, everybody do this particular, you know, array of notes. And yeah, and you just had fun jamming out in the cantina. People would come and listen, and because that's how you healed certain elements of your character. You had to hang out in the cantina because you got like permadamage on your bar when you died. So I think that was a great thing. What are you? 500 each. I have 1 blood left. It's 1,500. Alright. It is what it is. Okay. Can't cleanse you, right? Alright, so hopefully you will be absolved. Do it. No, evil force. Ugh. Ugh. Let's go back up. Okay. Turn on the lights. So that was Star Wars Galaxies. I wasn't there for the end. I played up until a certain point, and then I moved. After Star Wars Galaxies, what was the next one? I think World of Warcraft. I think it was World of Warcraft after that, and that's all she wrote. You know, World of Warcraft was the bomb, dude. Everybody got into that. It's crazy. And all these games, they tried, you know, they made changes, and they tried to survive, but they couldn't. So they eventually all folded. There was no trap, which is a shame. Like I was reading about the closing of Star Wars Galaxies. I read about the closing of The Matrix, which I didn't play, but a lot of people were into that. Matrix Online. Everyone's got to eat. So I have 2 more. Yeah, that'll be fun. So, Matrix Online. So, like, I didn't play Asheron's Call or anything like that. What's another one? Guild Wars I didn't get into. Dodged. We need a repost out of you, son. Good job. Repost! Yeah, you'll get healed, don't worry. Don't worry, I got your back. This guy's gonna get stressed. Hard. Should we camp here? Yeah, we're gonna camp here. Alright. The crit heal. Dodge. She packs a wallop. That's for shizzle. Eldritch pull.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Alright. Your resolve is tested. Hopeless. You're gonna complain the whole trip. No, do not ponder death. Everything runs red. Point blank shot. That's first, right? You can only hit. Good. Bullseye. Barnacle barrier. Alright, protect. So much blood. You're gonna pull him forward more? Come on, dude. Oh, he goes back. Yes, lead for us. Okay. Oh, shit, that's 2 damage. Speed, and you're marked. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, come on. Fine. Make it easy for me. Okay. He's just gonna hit him. Whatever. Whatever, dude. So, MMOs now.
How quickly the tide turns.
What did I try? Oh! Elder Scrolls Online. Tried that. Again, really couldn't get into it too much. The new Star Wars. The Old Republic. I was playing that for a good while. Imperial. OG. But, you know, again, it was going in a direction that wasn't particularly entertaining. So I sort of fell off on that. I revisited it a while, but couldn't get into it. So yeah, those two, and then EVE Online. EVE Online, what a game, dude. Some people don't know what EVE is, and it's a hard game to explain because it's a lot more complex than a simple explanation would allow. It's a lot more complex than a simple explanation would allow. You have to like take into account of all the different things you could do in EVE Online. You're gonna pull him? Keep him there. Good. So, in a nutshell, it's PvP in space. If I was to put it in one sentence. But you start out as a capsuleer who you have like an unlimited amount of lives. You've cloned yourself. You made the ultimate sacrifice to download your brain, and they could put it in as many clones of you as possible. So when you die, you just come up with your clone. So that's how they explain that. But you sync with the ship. So you sit in a pod, and the ship's like cables go right into your brain, Matrix style, making it able for you to navigate a ship more efficiently than traditional pirate spacefaring spaceships, PvP. Yeah.
Remind
Exactly.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh, what should I do with the clam? You know what Mama said about playing with clams, right? Yeah, I'm camping here anyway. It's slammed shut on your finger. All right, let's do it. So it's not just fighting in
Gathered
space.
close in tenuous firelight
Yeah.
and uneasy companionship.
It's not just, you know, fighting in space. You can actually just be an economist. You can sit in a station. Any mass heal that I have? Stress. The party, minus 20 stress. Accuracy and speed. Ugh. They're all gonna get drunk. Alright, let's worry about healing first. Before we deal with stress. Yeah, last time I did this on you, it failed, so I'm not going to do that. Well, that's a good way to go through life. Just because something didn't work the first time doesn't mean that it won't work this time. Alright. Alright, Mr. Philosopher. I was wrong. I'll admit it. So you can sit in a station and literally just trade by buying and selling high. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, okay. Please use my whetstone to hone your edge. I didn't mean to make that sound dirty. You can use my whetstone to hone your edge. You don't like that? Alright. Fine, dude. Alright, guys. Rest up. Please, no ambush. And the PvP in
Secrets
EVE
and
Online.
wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
The PvP in EVE Online. That's another game that puts the fear of God in you, and that's why I liked it. That's why I liked it. And I really haven't really delved into the solo PvP. Like, I only traveled a group. But that's a game where you can lose your ship. Like, you spend a lot of money on a ship. Can't heal? Yeah, we're not gonna have that. Get back there. Spend a lot of money on a ship. You go out, you get ganked, or like you're mining, you're doing your own thing, mining rocks, space rocks, and you get ganked. You only go forward once. So I should move you guys. Yeah, you can't do anything anyway. All right, do it. So it punishes you, and I like that about games. That proper punish you for being, unaware or stupid, or it is a hard game to get into. And I'm afraid, like, to PvP on my own because Ultima Online days. So that's how that works. So yeah, that was the last. I think that was the last MMO I got into. Alright. EVE Online? Anything else? No, that was it. So I'm waiting for the next greatest. The next big thing. Please hit him. Thank you. Wrong guy. Does anyone know what the next MMO coming out is? Let's Iron Swan you. I don't need you causing trouble. Is there a big MMO coming out? Blizzard's working on something else, or like what's the deal? What's the deal? You move back too, right? Get back there. Alright, you fire away. Because there was Overwatch. I need you to heal, dude. Fine. Alright, just crit heal, good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting to another Wild West MMO that's supposed to be in the works, huh? That sounds interesting. I think I heard something about that. Wild West MMO, how would that work? Like Red Dead Revolver or something, huh? That's kind of cool. Gunslingers and, horse smugglers kind of thing. All right, I can dig it. Wild West, I'll probably give it a shot. I like MMOs. Wild West Online, I'll check that out. Check that out. Because I have a pretty cool cowboy voice. Let's see how this works. All right, partner. Now I know you don't like coming down these parts, and I don't have to be the one to tell you. We don't like your kind around here. So if I don't see you in the middle of the square around noontime, you and I are gonna have a showdown. There's only one way it's gonna go down. Yeah? How's that? That'll be my online cowboy voice. Gotta figure out a name for my cowboy. Blazing Saddles. What's it gonna be? Perfect. Tito Bandito.
Reeling,
How's that?
gasping,
Huh?
taken over the edge into madness.
A smuggler named Tito Bandito. That's gonna be my cowboy in Wild West Online. You heard it here, folks. All right, we need to move you up. And I'll probably be a good guy. I'm usually a good guy in these things. Like, I very rarely play the villain. I mean, like, in Star Wars, I was Empire. But, I was like the whole military thing. And, like, I didn't know any better, kind of. So, that's how I played that. But, for the most part, I'm a good guy. So, I'm like sheriff's deputy or something. And move back to... heal up. Catching bandits and whatnot. That'd be cool for role pool. I need to back up. Can you back up? I can't back that'd be pretty cool for role play. Like one of the reasons I like Friday the 13th. I haven't played it, and I was thinking about getting it. I have Dead by Daylight, which I will also stream, but it's not something I'm going to main. A lot of people do play Dead by Daylight. A lot of people are not good. And I just started. Like I have level 6 guy, and I watch a lot of streamers, and I know how to play the game theoretically, but one of the reasons I really liked initially Friday the 13th was the roleplay aspect, because the voice comms. So we had a lot of clever Jasons and a lot of clever counselors, but they started to get trolly exploits, and a bunch of cool people stopped playing. So that's one of the reasons I haven't gotten it, but that's why I would be interested in it. I'm gonna leave you there. I'm not gonna push you up. You're just gonna heal for now. Yeah. Oh, you're almost dead. Oh my god. Alright, you cause stress, so we gotta dodged. Ah! Healed. Alright, I need you to do some work, buddy. Open my skull and gaze upon the civilization they're in. The civilization in your skull. Jeez. We gotta reduce your stress. You're about to have a heart attack. Alright, let's move you up here. You don't wanna move? You're so stubborn. Dude, my guys are stressed out. Alright. Don't hit me. Each scar is a seal proving my worth. Dude. 6 away. Alright, just kill this guy. Kill that guy good. Naturally. Oh, now you're talking smack? Alright, fine, heal. That's what I was gonna do anyway. I was gonna heal him actually, but cool. Let's just hit you. Wild West Online. Oh, gems again, dude. And that's one of the problems using an Antiquator. You run out of space. That's the last. I don't know that he's gonna make it. He's gonna have a heart attack. I have enough food for everyone to be hungry. Well, we're in this deep. We just have 2 more rooms to go. I'm not opening things because of the stress with her.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yeah. So that's why I like this game. It's unforgiving. It's tough. I like games like that. So, like Dark Souls. I didn't get into PvP too much, but I was drawn to the sort of unforgiving nature. And I'm one of those persistent guys. Like, I will do something again and again and again and again and again until I get it. Like, the same way, Like, some guys, all right, I need like a potion to boost my stats or something. Nah, dude. I will do it the hard way. Okay, last room, dude. Can you make it? That was the last food. Yeah, you open it. You're cut. Oh, you resisted. Good. Last room. Yes, no boss. He's gotta go. Alright, they're surprised at least. Oh, I didn't fix the order. Don't you hate that? Oh, I'm so stupid. Ah! I'm an idiot. Alright, fair enough. Blanket fire. Dodge. Heal you. Yes, I will try to heal you. Just don't have a heart attack. Ugh, you're gonna have a heart attack. Just hang in there, dude.
Perched at the very
heart
precipice
attack.
of oblivion.
I could not bear this burden. A monkey! Like, the bleed and the heart attack combined? Ah! Alright, let's move you back. Good shot. Get vengeance for your fallen comrade. Who was that? Who died? Arbalest? Yeah. Ugh. Did I just save him too? Like from the graveyard? Alright, we're gonna Iron Swan you. Thank you. Shanked. Alright, don't have a heart attack, dude.
Teetering
Death's
on the
door
brink,
and a bleed.
facing the abyss.
Ooh, 4 damage, dude. Alright, let's kill him quick. No, I can't do that. Can you repost? Yeah, you can repost. Risky. Full damage or... Let's do it. Ooh! Kill yourself. My Thread winds on. It does. That's a cool mechanic too. That you could theoretically survive fatal hits, but sometimes it's just kind of stupid.
As
Ouch!
life ebbs,
Ouch!
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Oh my god, dude! Alright, this is your only chance, really. That's good. That's good dodge. That's good dodge. That's good. And now I can't do it. That's good. That's good. No. That's good. Slice and dice. Dead? No? You survived? Dead? You gonna die? Alright. Hit him! 8 damage. Come on. Don't die. Dead.
Another
This-
life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
This game! Three guys down in one room. They weren't even that low on health. Oh. And I got a bunch of stuff I can't carry. Oh, it's their stuff. Oh my god, dude. Alright, the key I can get rid of. You I can get rid of. What else can I get rid of? The blood I can get rid of. Food I can get rid of. 1,200 each. Yeah. Australia. Everything wants to kill you, mate. And that Steve Irwin meme died out pretty fast, too. Like, no one's doing that anymore. Crikey. Hello. I'm an Aussie. Bloody hell. What to get rid of? What do I want? What do I want? Alright, you're 500 each. I'll keep you. You're 500. I have 3 of you. 1,000, 750, 1,400. 1,200. I have 2 of you. Alright. I guess I need to get rid of them. I don't want to get my crests. I have 12 of them. What do you want more? Monies? Yes, I do. I'll take it. Okay. But I still need my items. I don't want to lose these 2 for the Antiquarian. And this one's 1,000. Yeah, so I just need 2 more slots, right? So, healing, blight. Yeah, this one I want. And this one's very rare too. Basically, these are the two that I want for the antiquarian. 500. Yeah. All right. Let's get rid of you. And that's it. All right, guys. Jeez. Back to the Hamlet. Hey,
The pungent odor abates.
he is a trooper.
The things are driven back for a
Yeah.
time.
Give me my treasure. 26. Yep. I know heirlooms. What do I get? Painting and this thing for the Vestal, which is good, I think. -3 speed, minus. So, minus 33% damage, but plus 33% healing and minus stress. Yeah, I think I'll equip that. Level 3s. Dead. What do you get? You get clumsy. No, I gotta get rid of that. I need you. +2 speed is good. I gotta get rid of clumsy though. So this is Darkest Dungeon.
I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
You know, just to put it in perspective, you know, just to see my history. Deimos, right? Deimos died? Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I think he died that one where I wiped my 5 little guys. And Reynald too. He was original OG. Dead. All right. So these guys, you know, they were the crew for a while. Built a guild, built some stuff. You know, these guys were working hard. They were the crew. Got some new guys. Black Plague. You know, easy stuff at the beginning. I think that's, you know. Alright. Doing some management. Week 7. Getting some blood for the curses. Yada yada yada. Week 10, week 11. Week 15. Started getting some deaths. You know, so it's not like I was a noob. Doing pretty well. People are living. Everyone's cursed here though. It was a bad run. They patched it because the curse was coming up too much, so they actually patched it down a bit. All right, so this was a bad one. That was bad, and everyone's bloody. That was week 25. Where are we? Week 67. Jiminy Crickets. All right, let's clean you up. Get rid of this scurvy. Who else needs help? Let's go with stress. Let's see here. Anybody else diseased? I thought I had one more guy. Nope, that's it. All right. And dodge. We wanted to get rid of that. Clumsy. Yeah. Just get in the cell. No complaining. My guys are not particularly stressed out. Yeah. Because they're dead. Alright. Send me out again. So, where are we looking? I have 20 slots. I saved some of the trinkets. Let's get some dudes in. I lost you. Need another one to use.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Did I lose the occultist? Where are you? You're right here, but you're poisoned. And a jester. There's one level 2 jester and a level 1 jester. I have one occultist. I have one occultist. Yeah, I'll take you.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
What do you do? Heroes to 5, barracks. Why not?
Great heroes can be found even here,
Camping.
in the mud and
I
rain.
barely use the buffs on camping. Like I don't trade them out that much. Blacksmith. Everyone I think is up to speed except the new guys, right? Let's find out. All right, here we go. You. You. Nope. You. Nope. Alright, 2 2 3 3, right? 3 3 3 3 3 3 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 3 3 3. You can level up. 3. Okay, 2 2 3 3 4 4. You can level up, right? No. You can level up though. No, you can't because I need to unlock the last one. 3 3 4 4. All right, so you're good. Combat skills. Where are we at? Training regimen. Cost by 10%. Yeah.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
40,000? Oh, I'm cool. I don't know. Finale. Doot. Yep. I like the Houndmaster. I wish I could use it more. Yeah, straight. Everyone's sorted. Sorted, are ya? Right, look. Alright, whatever. You know, you don't have to use that enough anyway. Alright, 36k. Do I need to sell any bogus trinkets? Houndmaster whistle. Healing. Stress, accuracy, and dodge. Probably sell that. I'm not gonna use that. 100. Healing. That one. Alright, that's good for now. I'm not that hard up for cash. How are we looking? Low infestation. That was another one too. This thing, it took me forever to get the infestation down. I mean, I had tons of invitations, but it took me forever to get to the courtyard. Good lord. I was there for 10 trips at least. Veil lifted. What does this do? Some event. Debuff. Activate the shrines. Choose me. You want to go, Devol? Alright. Since you asked nicely. Yeah, you're fine. In that spot. Alright, we're gonna do one more dungeon before we move on to something else. Yeah, alright. Let's fill you guys up. How about you? Level 3? What are you? Level 2? You can hack it. Kill the no, not the sunken crew. I know that trick. Room battles, necromancer, book of sanity. We'll do a short one. How about that? Level 2? Yeah, you're straight. Alright. Level 0s. Unite. Come on. Let's get some work in there. Don't have a healer, huh? Can you go anywhere? Second position? Yeah, you're fine there. Whoops. Whoops. I want the dogs. And where's the ball? Where is it? Hey, Duval. Get over here. I got a job for you. You know what I mean? Alright, lots of food. Don't have a healer. 3 shovels. No, it's only a short one. 2 shovels should be enough. Torches. Yeah, that should do. Blood. No. Holy water. Anti-venom. Yeah, get rid of the buffs. And bleeds. A couple bleeds. Might as well. Alright, let's go, guys. Last dungeon of the evening before we move on to something else. I haven't decided yet, actually, what is next. Let's have a look. Ooh, Absolver comes out tomorrow. I have a bunch of old Sierra games. I'm not playing Call of Duty Black Ops. Dead by Daylight? I'll consider it. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Haven't finished Skyrim either. Oh my goodness. King's Quest, Police Quest, Quest for Glory, Space Quest, maybe XCOM. One of the quests or XCOM. I'll figure that out in a bit.
Corruption has soaked
After a
the
short
soil, sapping all
intermission.
the life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. You.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Yours for the taking. All right. And they're surprised. All right. You. Good dog. Okay. I forgot the name. It's not a bar mitzvah. It's a... I learned this from South Park, Stick of Truth. You know, when they, the
Press
the snippage.
Give them no quarter.
What is it? The I forgot. You get what I'm saying,
As
right?
the enemy crumbles.
The ceremony where they take the Schemmel? Anyway, they do a little cosmetic surgery around the edges, if you know what I mean. He's gonna go forward. That's the only problem.
Back to the pit.
Back to the pit, son. Move.
Ghoulish horrors.
Okay.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Yes. Brought low. Driven into the mud. But he's a good voice actor. That's another thing that I wanted to get into was voice acting. I've done a lot of work with radio, to be honest, and a few when I was in Poland. I did a little bit of voice work, commercials and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like games and cartoons. That would be what would be most interesting. But it's not an easy industry to break into. For one,
Their formation is
and
broken.
two,
Maintain
where
the
you're
offensive.
at also plays a significant role. Get the bullet. Like I'm out here in Austria,
Another
and
abomination.
I don't speak
cleansed
German
from our
yet. I'm
lands.
actually starting lessons in September, like the 11th, 9/11.
This expedition at least promises
First
success.
German lesson, and I know a bit, so I'm not like A11. I'm more like A12. Shovel, right?
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
Sure, shovels.
Malformed.
Ah, Demiurge! You're right. I think for Americans, German's not that hard. It's like learning French or Spanish. It's not as hard as like learning Russian or Polish, which I did learn when I was in Poland. Want to hear some Polish? Dzień dobry. Jak się masz? Mam na imię Randall i nie wiem, i gra, Darkest Dungeon. Lubię pierogi i sernik. Nie wiem. Dokładnie? Dobrze. Okay. Sound like Borat. Borat was speaking Polish when he was like, jak się masz? I'm a Borat. He was speaking Polish because that's a language nobody like
Consumes
recognizes.
the mind.
So yeah, a little bit of Polish for you. From the last place you would expect. I'm not particularly good at Polish. I can understand more than I speak. So now I have to learn German. And the problem is Polish is such a it's one of those infectious language where they take over the words that you know. So like I learned German words and I only remember like the Polish versions of them. You gotta go.
Destroyed.
So that's a small problem, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
Ich bin
them all.
How do you play? Like Spiel? Spielen. Ich spiele. Darkest Dungeon. I need to work my German accent. I can practice from GTA 4, was it? Or GTA Which one had Hans Overlander as one of the announcers? Yeah, I'm Hans Overlander. Yeah, so good. Well, going to play some EDM now. So yeah, that's where I learned my German.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nobody needs healing, dude.
Well struck.
I like to start the list though. Like his, I mean, I know I could pick the skills, but
Dazed.
who's
Reeling.
got time
About to
for
break.
that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody's got time for that. Key? Perfect.
Be wary.
Perfect. Alright, you open it up.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Hidden compartment and some junk. Cool. What do I have to do? 100% room battles? Alright. Alright, it's a short one though. Moving along. Moving along. Yeah, I don't have any more keys, right? No more keys? Alright. Open her up, Sam. It's trapped. And you're blighted. But don't worry, because I've got anti-venom. Trap. Look out. Magic mushrooms. Ooh, 120. Not bad, dude. The dog sniffs out the traps. Alright. We're gonna slam dunk this dungeon and then move on to something in a minute. So if anybody's coming to the stream late, how you doing? I am the Lone Wolf. This actually comes from a series of books by Joe Deaver, and it's actually a game. They made this into a game by the same title, Lone Wolf, and it was a series of like choose your own. You have to go and investigate. Deceased, resisted. It was a series of like choose your own adventure books back when they were very popular, but this was like RPG style. Like you had to make a character, and you had stats, and you had to get equipment. So it was really cool. So anyway, I adopted that name from the main character of the book, Lone Wolf, and they made a game out of it, which is cool. You can get it on Steam or PS4 or Xbox. It's there, or even on Android or iOS. You can download. I think it's probably good on the tablet because it's reading. You have to read the book as you progress, and then you make choices, and then there's like battle sequences where you have to swipe and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And I'll do one stream of that just because it's my namesake. So yeah, that's who I am. At the beginning, I'm planning on streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday morning because everybody loves Saturday morning cartoons. I know I did. I got up early, watched them until like 2 p.m., and that's how I spent my Saturday. So hopefully we can spend Saturdays together in the morning, goofing off, playing games, and reliving the past. This is the first official stream. I decided to play Darkest Dungeon because I forgot that today was an Absolver Day. I wanted to start actually on Absolver Day, but that's tomorrow. But I think Darkest Dungeon is just fine. I didn't want to pick like a huge game. And to be honest, I'm going to have two setups. The setup on the PC here, and then the setup on the couch. The setup on the couch, playing console games, because that's how you have to play console games, on the couch. It's so weird to hook up like your PS4 to your computer screen. It's weird, dude. Cannot do it. It's got to be a big TV. So, console, on the couch. When I feel like switching the console, I'll probably do that next stream.
Unforeseen.
I have a lot more games for the console.
As victory is
Senor
mount,
with the wisdom.
so
Yeah.
too will resistance.
Overconfidence. Who had a good quote from that? Something about overconfidence being the killer of. I don't know. Somebody had a really nice quote. Yes, you are correct. Slow, insidious killer. Slam dunk the dungeon, and I'm gonna get into the same trouble I got into last time, where I wiped the entire party for no reason. No bandages, right? That's what you use? Bandages or holy water? I think holy water, right? Ah. Well, I'm not gonna use it any other way, so. Or should I use the torch? He resisted it. Doesn't matter. Yes, when we become confident, we make mistakes. But look, it's the last room. Come on. Give me a break. Too many torches again? It's alright. And they're surprised. I always forget to fix their order. I'm so stupid. It's such a bad habit.
Devastating blow.
There's one button to do it for you. And I never do it.
Be gone, fiend.
Be gone, fiend.
Executed with impunity.
Executed with impunity. I'm going to have to work on my voice. I used to do voices.
Success so clearly in
There's
view.
another streamer that does
Or is it merely a
amazing
trick
voices.
of the
Big guy,
light?
big streamer. He stopped playing games actually. And he does more like in real life stuff. But he is also a voice actor. I think he's in LA now. And he's doing like movie trailers and stuff. This is what he wanted to do, you know. That's his thing. He does a wicked Morgan Freeman. And I used to do Hank
Obliterated.
Hank Hill. And a few others I was pretty good at. But I haven't done them in so long, I'd forgotten, so I'd have to work on it. And nobody watches King of the Hill anymore.
Eradicated.
I'm so dated. So I have to figure out new voices if I want a job in the industry. I have to figure out new. There's younger, more talented people out there. But if you need an old, gravelly sounding guy, executed with impunity. Funnily enough, my British accent isn't the greatest. So I did commercials from time to time living in Poland because I spoke English and they sometimes need English speakers to do commercial work. So I did some work for Trend Micro, and
Slowly.
the casting came up for another one of their
This is how a
commercials.
life is taken.
Wayne June. That would be an awesome narration for life. Demures was born and spent the next 10 years locked in a basement. This is how a life is
A
wasted.
trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
So, thank you. Quest complete. Back to the Hamlet. So yeah, the second commercial needed British
Agents of
actors.
pestilence will yet be
And
driven
I,
from
of course,
our
am not
woods.
British, so I faked it, and my British accent was a little bit better back then. And they hired me for the job, so I went through this entire commercial with a bogus British accent, while there are a lot of real British actors and things. I mean, hey, we have tons of British actors who speak like American English just fine, and I think vice versa. Not so well though. You can tell when our American actors kind of fake it. It's a bit like posh. Let's see what we got to get rid of. Wasting sickness. You're fine there, and the fits. All right, you guys got to go to the hospital. So you too can
We dug for months,
do
years,
voice work, and I advocate
eternity.
anybody to come to Europe. Like
and we were rewarded with madness.
the way that the sort of the state of the United States right now, it's it's a mess. We won't deny that, but I think Europe is much better, and the kind of the narration that they paint over there about it being sort of chaotic here is a bit inaccurate. It's not necessarily overrun with immigrants and refugees and that kind of thing. I mean, there are in some places a higher number. What do you do? We're fine. You can do anything. Let's meditate. Peaceful. No, I don't want you to become a wuss. You can pray. Last time I did that guy, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to become a pacifist." So it's not so bad over here, but the opportunities, I think, at this point are way better. For example, you want to take a break. I mean, maybe you're working like... Oh, I'm not going to do another dungeon. Cancel. I said cancel. Go back to the cloister. Where is it at? Here. So, let's have a short mano y mano. Oh, I need a light too. It's getting dark. There we go. Better. All right. So this is essentially what I did back in 2008. I was working for AT&T and Horizon Airlines at the same time. So I had two jobs. One, I worked overnight. I think it started at 8 or 10, something like that, and finished like 6 or 7 in the morning. And the other job started at like 8 and finished at like 5, AT&T. So I was a technician. So I drive around the van and I go install, stuff in your home. I take like a short nap and then go and work for the airline as ground control. So, I'm doing this with the planes and tossing bags and luggage and that kind of thing. And it was killing me. And I had to do that. I was living in California at the time. Yeah, I was living in Northern California. So, times were tough. The economy was, in the tanker. It's 2008. So we just had like the recession thing. And I had done some summers in London working for a thing called Do It For Real. Awesome program. It was like summer camps for kids, and they could win like the lottery. So kids that didn't have enough money to go to camp were able to come to a camp. First time in their lives to like get out of the city. It's great stuff. So I met these international people, and they're the ones that told me about teaching English abroad as a native speaker. You can pretty much do this with what you have right now. But the best thing to do is to get a certificate at TEFL or TOEFL. There are different ones. Just get a certificate. You do it online. I did mine online. You get a certificate that says, okay, I went through this training and I'm able to teach English as a second language. Now, certain countries, especially like the Slavic countries, Czech, Slovakia, Slovenia, Romania, Poland, they're desperate for native speakers. There are not enough of them, especially good ones. So they have special arrangements with the government to allow you to come and work. So you just you get your certificate, you contact the school. Hey, I'm thinking about coming there. Most schools will say, okay, wait until the season starts before we doing this and this. But serious ones, they'll arrange like a Skype interview and that kind of thing. You fly to Europe. You get your visa. You can get it before you go. You can also get it, afterwards, because there's the 90-day period that you're allowed to be in the country. So you can get a visa just for being a native speaker. And this is a working visa that allows you to stay in the country for the extent of your employment. So you find a school that will hire you. They send you a letter you that they will hire you. You turn them that paperwork. You get your visa. You fly over there. You spend a year, 2 years max, traveling around Europe. The cost of airline is so inexpensive, like you won't believe. To fly to like from here, Austria to like Paris, 100-something euro. It's nothing compared to like flying from like say New York to Florida, paying $600 or something like that. So it's much cheaper when to travel around Europe, and you save some money. You're not going to be making dollars; you're making euros, or for example, if you go to Poland, you'll be making zlotys, which is less than a euro. But in that country, you'll be making bank. So I was making, enough to survive and go and have sushi every now and again. So this is what I did, and I ended up loving it so much I never went back home. So I've been here since 2008. And I've made a few trips, just traveling and whatnot, but and I'm going to stay. So I recommend to anybody, look into that. If you're tired of how things are, you're tired of your job, you want like a change, you want to make it permanent, but, this is definitely something to look into. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. All right. So we're looking at the next game that I want to try. Is going to be what? All right, let's get out of Darkest Dungeon. Thank you very much. All right, what are we going to do next? And there's an update. Right when I close it. Oh, Steam. All right. No, are you uploading the save? I don't know. Let's see here. Dead by Daylight. Papers, Please, which is actually a lot of fun. And Beholder, which I like as well. Maybe some Beholder. But I stopped in the middle of that too. Like, I really have to figure out, or maybe just start a new one, because I think my son and my daughter died. Maybe some Beholder, some XCOM. All right, what I'm going to do is take a short toilet break and grab some water, and I'll come back, and then we'll figure out what to play next. So we're going to kick off. Where are you? There you go. Up, turn up, and turn you on. Very good. All right, be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you in 2 Shakes of a Lamb's Tail. Back in effect. This is my Be Right Back screen. Made that myself. Of course, I stole the overlay. I mean, the kid in front of the TV. But, if we type in chat, it pops up on the screen. How cool is that? It's not that hard, obviously. Anybody do that in Photoshop? But you know, I'll try to add interesting elements. Oh my goodness. Kind of warm out here. All right. I got my awesome glass from the Rainforest Cafe, which flashes and glows. All right. So let's just stick with let's go with XCOM. 63 hours in that game. Not bad, not terrible, not terrific, but I'm close to the end. Love me some chiptune. Faves were DuckTales, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, A Boy and His Blob. I'm talking